Right, welcome everybody. Today is going to be a little bit of a different stream. I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. It's still kind of on the same topic, as the title suggests. We are currently going to be trying to plan out the route, the best efficient route for farming LOTRO points. So there's two videos I want to have a look at today, which were made by other people. We've also got the videos, because I've made two, that I made. They are a little bit out of date, but I'm sure we can borrow things from that, and especially our previous knowledge. But I wanted to have a look at that today, because I think it's good to know. We can look at these sort of older things and go, right, well, that doesn't work anymore, which is mostly probably going to be the reputation items, because obviously there's a limit on that now. I had this massive epiphany today. I thought there was a way we could make 350 LOTRO points in 10 minutes, in theory. Turns out that doesn't work. I just tested it. I can now say what it was. The plan was we were going to use the crafted items like the Bree Spears, and you can also make, so that's with Woodworker. You, with Cook, can make Matham Society. With Jeweler, you can make Thorin's Hall. And all those items don't have the level limiter thing on it, but they're all bound to the specific character they crafted. So in theory, I could probably spend a bit of time to get the Matham stuff on a Cook and Farmer. But honestly, it's better for me to just spend some time farming Matham things, or spending Marks, which is something else we need to look into. The best way of getting Marks, something else I was reading into. But today's going to be slightly different. As we said, if we switch over, hopefully my scenes work. Nope, they don't. Now they should. You should be seeing my monitor, which is just Premiere Pro. I've opened up a new project. I'm currently using my ultra-wide, but it should still show everything. And if I do this, we've got this up. So there's two videos that we have that I want to potentially have a look at. There is a little bit of an older one, if I can remember where I've got it saved. I saw it like possibly 10 minutes ago, and I don't know where it is. Let's go with the one I know where it is, which is a 570 LOTRO points. Let's just wait for that to import. Hopefully everything works. I'm recording to the same drive that I am reading from, so it should be fine. But I am worried it's going to slightly freak out on me. Where is that file? It's not in there. Maybe it's in there? Nope. I'm so confused. Unless it's in my other drive. It might be in a different... Yeah, okay, cool. It was in a different hard drive. That's what I get for having multiple hard drives. So this is a really... this is an older video. And let's just... In fact, the audio's gone on here, so... this is an older video. It's sped up as well, so that's a thing. This apparently goes through how to get 135... That's not going to zoom in. 135 to 145 LOTRO points. And then this one is a bit of a longer video. It's about 3 hours long, give or take. And this one goes through a little bit more in depth. Now, this one is does have audio, but the person who made it speaks French. I do not. So, honestly, we don't need that. But in that same vein, I do have... the YouTube subtitles. However, they aren't exactly... that's not going to work. They aren't exactly complete. So, maybe we'll see how things go there. Though I will say, an interesting thing... Not an interesting thing. I found this video isn't on YouTube anymore, which is sort of weird to me. The only trace of it I can find is technically me. I have the video downloaded because I was planning on doing something like this a long time ago. And also there's like one article about it. which I found today. This one here. So obviously it says it's private here, and if we click on it, it's not going to do anything. Yeah. So there are a few things like the 90-minute skill and deed accelerators, which we don't have. But in theory, it could work. I also found out that the first comment. I think this is the guy that made it. Yeah. Talked about, he watched my video. Kind of weird. Not weird, like in a bad way, but I know it's weird to see people watching, I guess. But yeah, this, especially because it's not going to have audio, we can actually watch this like super quickly. So it's not going to take us 3 hours. We can speed that up probably like 4 times because we're not going off audio. We're going off of visuals a lot more. So that'll be something we can work out and then maybe try that out today if we've got the time. And there's also this one. So I actually want to start with this one first just because that's not what I'm on about. I want to start with this one first because it is the faster one and we want to make notes. So I'm going to bring up my notepad just so we can make notes and we can kind of work out the best way of doing stuff and hopefully we can learn something because it's been a while since I've watched these and I think it'll be interesting. Hopefully everything works. We can even go full screen if we want to, which is nice. So he's starting off from Bree. He does exactly the same thing we did previously. And so he has the chestnut horse skill. Now I want to know, this is what we want to find out. Chestnut horse. Now, is that something that we can get? Like, that's obviously something he's got straight off the bat. So my question is, but you can tell because of the, we should be able to see in a second. Because of like this, like almost more silvery outline, you can tell that it's like gifted, not gifted, but like an account thing rather than paid for. You can also see he's got the Steed of the Red Gap and Steed of the Western or Eastern one of the two. The Rise of Rohan one. That's the one we're planning on getting on the free-to-play thing. But it also looks like he has the Steely Dawn starter pack. This obviously when these keys were a thing. Also, from my understanding, there was a starter pack that gives you a 90-minute Slayer accelerator. Really sad we missed that, but it was like a year after I started playing. It was 2015, as far as I'm aware. And clearly, at this point, 6 years later, are no more codes for it. And everything that you look up about it just sends you the same giveaway. So it's whatever. But yeah, I want to see... What was okay. We're going to be here a while, but apparently. So that was the riding tray. I assume he's got the whatever it's called. Journeyman pack, so it's probably like 68, at least 68, but probably... Actually, no, he hasn't got Smell the Roses, so it's probably just a riding trait on its own. Which I assume you're getting with the starter bundle, right? It's the Samwise Gamgee starter bundle. It doesn't really matter because we're not getting it anyway, but it's a point to make. So, something else I realized recently is we're not going to have these, which kind of sucks. It just means that we're going to be a little bit slower on the leveling, but really it doesn't matter too much at the end of the day, I don't think. They already opened everything. But I just want to know where they go, because this is the difference, right, between this one. This one just starts at Archit going through Bree. The other one's a Hobbit going through, as far as I remember, goes through the Shire and Bree. But I don't know if they go for Eredal Inn, and I don't know what they do in Bree. It's been that long since I watched it. But we can even speed this up, actually. I think +4, it probably doesn't like me. No, okay, so they go Eredal Inn. Yeah, it does this weird jittering. I've had this issue with Premiere recently. I'm in like Premiere mode because I've just finished editing. I wonder if I can bring it up. Just finished editing this. This was last stream. Took a while. It's not quite done yet. There's a few things that I want to get done, but this is yeah. 8 hours of footage, 21 minutes. I think I did pretty well, all things considered. Okay, let's load up this again. Oh, it's fine. Okay, cool. That actually works. And why is it doing that? Oh, I've had this issue. Is it not going to work? Do I have to launch Premiere again? Give me a minute. I've had Premiere causing me issues. I don't know if it's just because it's been open for like hours at this point on end. Or what, but let's just get everything loaded back up. Don't know what's going on. Yeah, it doesn't seem to say with that chestnut horse anything about being able to get it. But I did notice they're level 7 off the bat. So it's obviously not like a freshly made character. Like they've spent some time going off. Because I don't think it's really viable or possible for you to get. That's not what I was supposed to be opening. Premiere. It's such an awkward program sometimes. To be fair, I should probably be using DaVinci because the GPU. And I'm not editing down. Actually, we'll try that. Let's open up DaVinci. Should possibly work. I was really upset that I found out I couldn't do the 350 LOTRO points. Because, like, in theory, if you could do it like 10, 15 minutes, right? You could get, in an hour, you could get like 1,400 LOTRO points, which would be insane and would break the game. I didn't want to talk about it because I was like, oh, they'll fix it. But clearly they already fixed it. Because the biggest issue or biggest thing I noticed was like, oh, there's no like limiter on it sort of thing. So it's not like you can't what was it? It's like there's no level cap on it. So technically you couldn't. I was gonna say you could make a cook to like master and then do it, but by the time you got there, you'd probably level up. So, right. Hopefully this works possibly a bit better. So we're in DaVinci now, which hopefully is a bit less laggy as it immediately stops responding. This is going well so far. Going so well. Nice. Straight crash. Technical issues are never fun. Let's wait for that to restart. Once we actually get into it, I think everything will be good, but it's just making sure everything works first. I don't know why, but my OBS is like super breaking stuff. Hey, how are you? Right, let's hope this doesn't break on me. I'm gonna not switch over to the clip yet before we... Okay. This should work. So, it's a little bit difficult to see because my monitor, but I wanna... if we do this, we should go into full screen. And I can't remember how to use this properly. Yeah, there we are. This should just work better for the like speeding up thing because this used my graphics card a bit more. So yeah, we can already see they're level 7. So there is that aspect to it, which means they definitely have like gone off and done stuff. They also have like a few background items, like the XP boost, which we've now got 2 of if we would play on our main character. So if we get our notepad up, so we're gonna have Wolf Slayer. Have they got a Slayer accelerator on? They do. Okay. So we're just taking quick notes because I want to compare. These videos were both released quite a while ago. Certainly before... It was after the level 20 change to things. But it was before they made it so you had to have quests to do like Cardolan trinkets and to do... what was the other thing? Matham Hunt. I don't know why I keep saying it. Rare Mathams. So they're doing like... They're doing our basic Ered Luin run. But they didn't do the first couple of quests, which is weird. Like the quests that take you up to here, admittedly one's a prologue quest, so it doesn't count. But there's like a couple quests up here, which honestly are good to do because you're killing wolves anyway. Oh, they did pick them up. I don't know why you pick them up after. We've also got to realize they're using minstrel. Minstrel? That's right. Yeah. I don't know why that confused me. But they're using minstrel, which means they are not... That's not viable anymore, because minstrel's a lot less powerful at earlier levels. I think later levels they're still fine. But obviously to combat this, I'm pretty... Well, I don't know if it was specifically because of this, but I'm pretty sure it's because of this. They changed how minstrel worked early game, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. Because I think that's a comment I get a lot on my version of the video, is them saying, hey, this isn't as good as you say in this video. And I go, well, yes, because this was a few years ago now. And I think the inherent problem with making a LOTRO point farming video is then people over at LOTRO don't really necessarily want you farming LOTRO points. They want you to go buy them. They go, hey, what can we do to make this harder? Because it's in their best interest to technically make it not as efficient. Hey, Iggy, how are we? Just doing this for now. This isn't going to be the whole stream. I'm hoping to practice some stuff. I had a really good idea for making a load of LOTRO points that sadly I didn't read into properly, so it doesn't work. I thought there was a way I could cheat the system. So this is a really old video. But I want to like use this. I want this to be like a baseline, and then we've got a like 3-hour version that is more recently made. Oh, so I don't know if you were around for it in the stream last time, but when we were giving in our near the end, when we were giving in our barrow treasures and stuff, or getting our barrow treasures, there's items that you can craft that give you. I wonder if I can get them up. Basically, we found these items for woodworker, for expert woodworker, called a brie spear, and there was like 2 other items. And the brie spear specifically was an expert item. It was a little bit difficult to craft, but it gave you 700 rep, so the same as a Cardolin trinket. But it didn't have the level requirement on it, so it only had a requirement of being like it didn't say level 20. It just said you click this item, you get 700 rep. So the theory behind that was there's also ones for like Ered Luin, Elves of Rivendell, Egglane, Mathams, and stuff like that. The idea was if you crafted a load, made like a new character, transferred them all over, there were like 7 different areas you could do it for. And you'd just be able to get 50, you could get to Kindred in theory, like in instant. And that was like 350 LOTRO points, which was super, super good. Sadly, I made a few, because there's the 700 rep, and there's also like 100 rep ones that are easier to make, but obviously require more. You need 850. So I crafted a load on Cook, which is the Matham stuff, and basically they are bound to character, which is something I didn't read, sadly. But what was the one I found? Yeah, honey roasted chicken. This is the one I found. I forgot my monsters. Weird. So it just required a couple winter barley. That was easy. You can buy this and this. So I thought, oh, that's cool. The thing is, like, this thing here is a like a crit item from a different recipe. So that's what makes it difficult. But each of these like gives 700 rep to the Matham Society, and you can crit them and actually get 2. And the earlier ones you can actually crit and get 3 for like 300 rep. But yeah, so I made a lot of these, enough to actually get me Kindred on the Cook that I made them on. But yeah, these are, I don't know if it says here. Actually, it just doesn't say here. No wonder I didn't realize. But they are bound to bind on acquire. So you can't send them over, which is kind of sad. I thought that it was like an old item that they had kind of forgotten about because nobody used, and I thought we could kind of cheat the system. I knew the moment I like said something about it, if that had worked, they'd be like, yeah, that's not right. Let's do that. So yeah, right now the plan is one of two things. It's either, yeah, just trade Mathams over or go farm in the Matham in the Barrow Downs, because before level 35, that's the only area that drops well-kept Mathams. Or we could buy them with Marks. It's only one more mark per Matham, well-kept Matham, than a Cardolan Trinket. So it's 19 for a Cardolan Trinket, 20 for a Matham. So then the issue becomes like, do we, or the issue doesn't become, but like, how do we make more marks, basically? Because how do we make the most marks to get the most Mathams? Because that's the guaranteed way of doing it. Cardolan Trinkets are less. Oh, the like chicken things, because they'll be crafted, they'll just immediately be bound, so you can't actually trade them on the auctional. As far as I'm aware, that doesn't work, does it? Let's check. Should we log in? I can log in and do stuff. But yeah, I thought we had this like really good idea for a quick minute. I was like, oh, this is just something that they haven't like thought about. Am I on the right account? Since I haven't logged into Arkansas for 3 weeks, which is a little bit untrue. I might be on the wrong account, so I'm going to have to relog in. I've only got like 4 characters. Yeah. Oops. I mean, I could still have checked, but there we are. I thought it was really cool though, if that was like potentially a thing. But yeah, again, it would have been a case of the moment it gets seen, it would be like, okay, that's not intended. But yeah, it doesn't really matter, because by the time you get to like master on any of those, you're probably level 20 anyway. I think it's like expert or master. I think it depends on some of them. But I thought it'd be really cool if we could, because you could in theory get like Rivendell rep super early if that was the case. And I was kind of hoping we could go for like, if we could do it properly, we could have done like World Renown, which would net us another 20. It takes a lot to like set up, but it would have kind of been cool. All right, let's have a look. I kind of just want to see, actually. We can just go into Reputation, the subset. It's going to look all weird because I probably have the wrong UI set up. Because I'm streaming an ultra wide. Well, my monitor's ultra wide, but you're just seeing the middle of it. Because for all intents and purposes, it's the same. Okay, cool. Should we just do UI layout load? If I do this, everything should sort itself out. Cool. So Reputation. So level 90. That's kind of interesting. You just have to complete introduction quest. Now these might be something we look into, because I know a pretty decent way of making money. Obviously that's a lot still, but if you could get them and it just helps out a little bit. I don't know why someone why you would make 3 more copper than you would just selling it, or just trading it to another character. Yeah, because this is the big thing. Like, we're obviously maxed, but obviously we haven't completed that quest. It's weird. Tinadir, Vestige of Man. I'm glad I kind of got these for the most part done. But yeah. Is there anything here particularly that I'm missing rep though? I feel like my rep window is just so like all over the place. Like, this scares me every time I go into it, but Men of the Ringo Vale, we're like 150 off. I might as well buy 3 of those. We're acquaintance with them. We're kindred with them. I don't know. I wish, honestly, one of the thing I wish I could do is like put this on a quest tracker. Like I can a deed, but just have, oh, hey, how much rep am I out of 25,000 on Men of Enedwaith? You know? I think that would be a cool little thing to add. What have I got mail-wise? I have... Oh, yeah, I've been using these. I found out this was... Actually, this is annoying because I spent 160 gold, I've just realized, on something that doesn't work. But I realized with these that they have a higher crit chance than the Enduring Universal Toolkits. So I bought this with the idea behind it being, if I can come into... where would it be? Let's go Mitchell Dally. Which is where you get that reputation thing. And you can see I've been in there for... I only went into there for a thumbnail, actually. But, yeah, because you just... I don't know why I'm going on the goat. Why not? I think the recipe is, if I remember correctly, just up here. But basically, because you can crit it, and you can... Because you can crit it, you can get... I think it was a 45% chance with the enduring thing. But I think it's 50% chance with the other thing. And because we've got the VIP thing, it doesn't break.
Is there something I can do?
Oh, I already know these recipes. Oh, okay. Cook, master, artisan, this stuff. Yeah, so we have a 25% chance plus 45% chance with that. Now, if we go and put this on, wherever it disappeared to, this should turn to a 30% chance plus 45% chance, which is a, what, 75% chance? So the idea was, if we could get a bunch of sprigs of parsley, which we would get from getting all this stuff, we could have done something cool with that. But sadly, as we can see, that doesn't work that way, sadly. But it's whatever. We'll deal with it at some other point. Right. Either way, it's probably better that I just log off rather than completely log or like turn off the game. Because if we need to go check something, we can easily get on, but I don't want to just add to my time constantly. But going back to this, LOTRO Client 64 is broken, as we can always see. The game likes to break on me when I log out. I don't know why. But pretty much it looks like the basic thing that we did before. But I want to know where they're going. Well, technically we know 135 is the same amount we should just get from doing Eridlwyn. So I'm pretty sure we're doing Eridlwyn. There are a few things that don't work anymore. So the trick that I used at the Hendravel, which I actually think I may have learned from this video originally, is that you can kill all the Hendravel, then open up that Cub quest, and it will respawn all the Hendravel. I tried that. Seems to not work anymore. So that's a little bit of an issue. Sadly, but it works. I think they basically... Are they just not doing the quests? I think they're just going through the area but not doing any quests. So this is all stuff you can do on level. I assume... Well, okay, so they were Minstrel, which was a bit OP at the time. So it might be a little bit more difficult now. I wonder what class is best to do it with now. I feel like Hunter may be the best choice still. Because as soon as you get to level 12, you also get the boost in walking speed. So you get a 15% run boost. Paired with the thing up till level 15, so a 20% run boost. Hey Fnary, thank you for the follow. Hopefully I got your name right. I feel like I say that to everybody, but hopefully I did. I mean, I'm not biased. I mean, okay. My top 5 characters, like level-wise, 2 of them are hunters. That said, though, 3 of them are champions. So, I mean, am I really? Because my 2 max characters are hunters. Tarvelad and Asfael. Then I've got Degron on my main account. I have whatever the hell my my other 121 champion is that I can't remember the name of. And then I have Degron. Is it... I can't remember my legendary character's name. Is it Degron or is it Reneborn? I can't remember. But I assume it's Degron. I'm pretty sure it's Degron because I've written some descriptions enough times. And he's level, what, 66 right now? Spoilers, I leveled up at some point in the last little bit. That said, I haven't recorded on there in a while. I've been really focusing on, like, the streaming video stuff. It's like I was saying earlier, I've condensed it down into 8 hours into 21 minutes. Took me 2 days, kind of. Mostly today. Last night I was editing it, but then I was so tired and I slept for 11 hours. I slept from like 6:30 last night, or yesterday, like afternoon, evening, whatever, till like 5:30 this morning, so about 11 hours. But I think I really, really needed that because, yeah, wasn't feeling too hot. Right, so pretty much it is just, hey, let's do Eric Llewellyn. I kind of want to see at the end a few things. This one I'm less making notes on. The biggest thing, really, that I'm going to learn from this is riding skill, horse. Like, it's always going to be slow till we get riding skill, horse. We're going to cut out the introduction, as we know, by 3 times as soon as we get to Bjorning. So that's going to be a big thing. And yeah, technically if we go for another character as a secondary character, but then we got to like level that up, and it's a whole hullabaloo. So I am kind of trying to find the middle ground. This is a solo. The other one is where is it? The other one is specifically using a level 120 character. But it's good to know, because something I was talking about in last stream is I think a lot of people watching, at least last stream, are on Evernight. But I was also saying, like, the requirements to LOTRO point farm is nothing, because you can just log in to any server, make an account. And if it's a new server, you can actually get a boost of 10 LOTRO points, so why not? From the, like, little introduction-y thing. So I was thinking about, like, setting up, like, I don't know, once a week or something. We could set up, like, a LOTRO point boosting, well, not boosting, but, like, farming evening. I think that would be an interesting idea. And then, obviously, like I said, that should allow us to gather more resources as a whole. Let's say we had 6 people in a fellowship. We'd, in theory, get 6 times the amount of cardon and trinkets, 6 times as many well-kept mathams that could then be used overall. And then if you just go around the like bottom bit of yeah, the bottom bit, whatever it's called, the Southern Barrow Downs, the dungeon I can't think of the name of. Just go around there for like half an hour or something. I'm sure you can make a lot of stuff. Yeah, possibly. I mean, I feel bad. Like, okay, so I joined the LOTRO Discord at one point, and so when you, as far as I'm aware, it was the correct one. You join, and you're supposed to be like, this is the server I'm on, and you're supposed to set yourself up. I never did that. I don't know why. I just kind of didn't touch Discord for a bit, and I didn't do it. And I can't remember if I just left because it was so late of me doing it, or if I got like kicked from it. I don't know. I should set that up. Oh, what happened to the audio? No idea. But yeah, it is a good idea, hopefully. Because it's, yeah, like I said, there's no prerequisite. You can just log on to another server. Yeah, I'm really bad at doing stuff like this. I joined a server, and it was like, hey, introduce yourself, and then I didn't, and then, I don't know, I'm really bad at describing myself. So, basically, like, if you like scroll below the channel, you'll see like a little about me thing. Takes me like hours to do something like that because I can't for the life of me do it. And also it's a lie because I currently haven't done any of that stuff. Maybe tomorrow. But yeah, I'll definitely yeah, try doing that and get over my weird anxiety about it. It's really, I think, slightly ironic that I say that, because I'm like, I don't like putting myself out there. Yet I've been making videos for like 7 years on this game, like 5 years on this game. Is it 5 years? I think I'm nearly made five years game videos. That was a sentence in English. I don't know. So this video, no offense, is somewhat useless to us. Not in a terrible way, it's just outdated, which is kind of the reason we're here. I want to see if I can find the video. I feel like if I look up LOTRO point farming, it will come up. Hey, I look up LOTRO point farming, my video is first. There's actually a few. So, there's a few by Maximilian Hart. I feel like I watched those before. Yeah, this one was 4 years ago. It's quite a while ago. There's a stream. There's a video. LOTRO point farm v2. That might be something worth looking at. It's a 2-hour video, so we'll see. I like the thumbnail. That's a cool thumbnail. I like that. Oh, and that's just people always watch. I've been meaning to, I've realized recently that I'm really bad at watching other LOTRO videos. I was going to put a thing up on Twitter and be like, recommend me people to watch, because I haven't watched anybody. Hey, there's my video. I'm being recommended my own video. And some SWTOR things, because that's also something I'm interested in. Apparently I watched this video. Either way. Anyway. All good. This, if I can learn how to delete things, is not very useful to us. Now, I do have somewhere on my computer, I actually should have a copy of this video, which has comments on it already. This was like 2020 at some point I made this. Yeah, so it looks like I've already got something pre-made. So that's actually perfect. So we can kind of cut some of the time here by looking at my comments, because I think I kind of know-lifed a little bit of this. In fact, I think this is an older video than I think. Yeah, I think the original video time I did this was 2017. That's a problem. Let's hope my commenting is not terrible. So, okay, there's a few things that we can already notice. Let's go fix that. So, looking at our notes. I don't know if that's too viewable, but either way. Starting trade. They trade over. So, the 90-minute Slayer accelerators, 2 of them. Obviously, it's about three hours. So, there is that prerequisite for us. This would more be after we've got Bjorning, because trying to get, so that's equivalent to 6 regular Slayer accelerators. So that's 3 hours, and you'd have to get 6. Is that right? No, 4. 6. Yeah, 6. Yeah, okay, because each one of those is worth 3. So we'd have to get 6 Slayer accelerators. Now, if we were to do that normally, we'd be doing about 40 minutes per. That's a lot of time just to pre-set up this. We may as well just regular LOTRO point farm at that point. So, I don't think it's worth it. But, 6 Slayer accelerators. Cool. Do they trade anything else? I don't think so. And then they just set to follow. This is a at the time max account. This isn't, so that is a difference there. But again, if we can do this on our own, it's not a huge issue. I think a lot of it is doable. It's just more... why does Premiere have to bug out? We can only go double speed at the minute. Not even double speed, apparently. We can scrub. It's fine. So, now, a lot of this we can probably do on our own. But it is, as I said, good for us if we're planning on doing something like we said earlier with the, like, trying to, I don't know, get a group together and do stuff. Because I think we had a few people that thought that, like, said that they would be up for that last time. So pretty much Great Willow, Methyl Stage. So it's just sites for the Shire. Normal stuff. So Accelerator, Brigands. The issue here, I don't know if they did this on purpose, but if you use accelerators, you still have to wait for 2 more kills. So that is a big, like, time. Because another reason I'm doing this, I'm not necessarily into it per se, but I mentally think about stuff in sort of an efficiency way, like speedrunning. I like enjoy watching speedrunning stuff. So that's why I like trying to find the efficient ways. So this is the sort of thing where I'd go, right, this is a good, I don't know how long this is, roughly, let's say, about here to, how long? How long does it take? So let's say about there. That's a good minute. Oh, I think Nightbot's like the speedrun.com or a link. I set that up recently, so apologies. To be fair, okay, so I think it was you that recommended using live split. So I set up like live split. I already had it, but I tried like setting it up, and I tried changing the game to LOTRO because, but it didn't work because that's not a thing. Because I know on this is what I had set up before. I know on. Yeah, I can still see them. I don't know. It shouldn't. I don't know why it would delete all your messages. That's kind of peculiar. I didn't realize it would do that. Yeah, I can still see the link though, obviously. But yeah, my what I was gonna say is, I know like old school RuneScape, for example, does have like a why is my thing so messed up? I know old school RuneScape does have like stuff on speedrun.com. So it's not necessarily out of the blue. I don't know if it'll be LOTRO or Lord of the Rings Online. Yeah, so World of War. I mean, it's not. But I wonder what it is. 1 to 60, 10 to 60. That's kind of the thing I wanted to do as a video. Is like trying to get to level 50 as quick as possible. Now I did try and the idea of getting to level 130, but as I've said before, the level curve for 130 is insane. So this is the curve for 1 to 105. Oh, you can't really see that. This is the curve to 1 to 105. I wanted to try and get this because this is obviously out of date by 25 levels. I wanted to like maybe make a new one and update that because I think that'd be cool. But as we can see here, I realized this recently. I got a character to level. He's now 71, but he got to 70 at the time only through crafting. So 71 through crafting only. And the idea behind it was I wanted to get to 130, and I realized the same experience from getting 1 to now 71 is the same as getting from 129 to 130. It's insane. I also think 1 to 50 would be cool because of the new area that's coming out, which I found out is in a week. I think they said on Twitter it's in a week. So that's something I want to prepare for because I want to get a on-level character. Yeah, they said here, the Wildwood of Breeland arrives later this week. So obviously it's Monday today. Is it Monday today? I'm so out of time. Yeah, Monday. So I would think, what, Thursday is normally the downtime, or Wednesday, possibly? Yeah, so that's the new area. I want to get a level 45-ish character, and I would probably stream it. So I think tomorrow or Wednesday will be the release of the episode 2 of the free-to-play thing, because, as I said, that is something I have got set up already as like this is edited together. I think it needs one more pass. I need to add in like a few more things near the beginning, but and possibly near the end that I have an idea for. But this is all edited now, so that's probably tomorrow going up, or it's going up Wednesday, one of the two. But I might stream tomorrow our new character. So the plan was to make a high elf captain. I think if we really put time into it, I could probably get to level 40-ish by the end of the week. And I want to go through as a on-level character doing the Wildwoods of Breland. My only concern is day of release. There's going to be so many people going to that area. It's barely going to be difficult. Like, it's going to be really difficult to actually kill stuff. It's supposed to be level 45. So it's not like end game stuff. It's supposed to be 45 from my understanding. In fact, I should be able to... we should be able to see where it is if we go here. I know this is kind of off topic, but that's fine. Yeah, I think it's really good, though, that they're not releasing end game stuff. Obviously, I like new content, and as soon as there's new content past, like, the whatever Durin thing that we've completed, I can start getting more videos on Tarvelard, which is cool, obviously. But, in fact, actually, am I... So it's supposed to be over here. I think if I go Dwelling, it's probably quicker. But, yeah, I think... it's cool that they're not necessarily... They're focusing on, like, earlier level stuff. I said it would be, I think, kind of difficult to do that. Really? Can you not go Dwelling from here? Okay. But I said something along the lines of I would like content for earlier game, because if they focus on like earlier game stuff, they can maybe do some work to the older areas. I don't know if I've unlocked this place.
How can I be of service?
I don't think I have, because I'm pretty sure I unlocked it on the legendary server and not on here, which kind of sucks. Because, yeah, my hope is if they're going back to... And you shouldn't really be able to see the map, but that's something unfortunate I can't fix for a second. If they're going back to stuff like this, maybe they're going to make something new in Evendom. Or if they're going to, especially because it's got Breland in the name, maybe they'll do some new stuff with Breland. I don't know. I was just here on stream trying to get the rep one day, and I went, oh, what's this boat? Oh, it goes here. That's the only reason we did it, because there's a boat down here now, which is kind of cool, that takes you to the area. But that is something that I'm also interested with, because obviously the legendary server is supposed to be like progression, right? So you're supposed to have expansion. Does this count as a new expansion after whatever the last expansion was, Gundabad, whatever it's called, War of Three Peaks, that's the word I'm looking for. I need to find where is that item? I need to find an enemy. I need to tab something. Opponent vitals. There we go. It's slightly bugged out. But yeah, I don't know if it'll be coming to the legendary server. I was thinking if it does, we might go back and spend a little bit of time on the legendary server doing it, because I am around that level on the legendary server. So I'm going to ask the Twitter people. Should I ask the Twitter people? I mean, it's probably been said, right? I don't know. /home/LOTRO. No. There we are. But I do want to grab this, actually, just as a general point, because if we grab this, we can just get there straight away. Because we should be able to get here from this one, I think. If not, we can go Hiking's Crossing and then over here. So, speeds up at the time. Oh! Spring Festival start. I thought the... Okay. that's good to know. I thought the anniversary event was before the Spring Festival, but if the Spring Festival is next, that is going to be something good. We're definitely going to be doing that on the free-to-play because I want to get those maps because only some are available in the Spring Festival. I did think the anniversary was the first one, but that's fine. Doesn't stop anything. There's a lot of stuff. I feel bad because I kind of didn't play any events last year. Which also means I ran... Like, I didn't get some of the horses I want. Which is kind of annoying, because then they're all going to be mithril. Actually, no, you can buy the previous years for more coins. Anything past the previous year, you have to buy with mithril. Isn't that right? Is that how that works? Oh, what am I doing? It's over here. I think if we... There's a big rock formation here, and I think you can see I'm pretty sure I'm saying these enemies wrong, but horns? Or horns? I don't actually know how you're supposed to say it. It's weird. But yeah. I don't actually know. If it's a thing. I'm sure someone's asking. Let's find... Here we are. I think someone in the Twitter thing said exactly what I think. It's like, I like seeing an MMO that's putting out content that isn't for those at cap. Because, I mean, I was saying, like, oh, I think a majority of people are probably over level 100. But then I've had a lot of people come up to me and say, like, oh, well, you know, I'm, you know, been playing for X amount of years. I'm still level 40. I'm still around this level. So we should, all this to see a level 46 enemy. But yeah. I think it's just me being not necessarily ignorant of the fact, but I think it's because I've spent a lot of time in over level 100 areas. So by default, I assume everybody's over level 100. Like everybody I see on a regular basis is over level 100. Oh yeah, like, but yeah, again, it's also the case of it's the people I see. Because I'm trying to do these dailies, and majority of the dailies for this stuff is now in Dol Amroth, and you know, you've got some other stuff, Minas Tirith, and other dailies such as that. But yeah, it's I don't know. I think actually, to be fair, the majority of the time I've been on this character, it's been in Galtrev recently, which is a slight surprise. But I think, to my knowledge, Galtrev is the best sort of all-encompassing area that has... And it's not as needed now, because at least with VIP, with the... I need to sort this out. Do I even have it in my inventory right now? I might not. But with the, like, subscribery thing, where you can access your vault and access your shared storage and access the auction hall and stuff, you don't necessarily need this. You just need a crafting hall. But the fact you got a legendary stuff, which again you can now do on the fly, but legendary stuff, vault, auctioneer, mailbox, which is just you can do mobile. The only thing that would actually make a difference is if you could somehow craft from it, but I think that'll be a little bit overpowered. But I'm just going to log out over here because I want to do that. But going back to the Wildwoods thing, I think, or I hope, I guess, that something that will happen because of it releasing at a lower level is it will hopefully bring in people back to the game. Because I've also heard a lot of people say there's kind of this, and I completely get it, like if you don't play for like a year, 2 years, you take a little break, you come back and suddenly stuff has changed, like people that use the old trait system, for example, and stuff changed, then you kind of feel it's not like a massive want to go back. But I think if you bring back a lower level area, it can ease you back into the idea. Especially if there's some like dailies going on. I really want, and I don't know if it'd be the right level, but I want a I don't need it, but I want a tier 7 crafting instance, because there isn't a tier 7 crafting instance. I know that that's not the right level for it. You'd have to be tier 5. But I want a tier 7 crafting instance, because I find it really weird that there isn't one. It's tier 6, 8, 9. There's not even a 10 either. I didn't even realize that. But Anorian's, like, again, the easiest thing to get resources for. It's weird to me. I don't know. If you have to lock content or quality of life behind a paywall, I would probably choose content, because I think playing this free-to-play thing makes me realize there is a lot of quality of life stuff that is behind a paywall, technically. So some stable masters and stuff where you have to be current or previous subscription. That changed, I think, at some point, where you have to have made that character while you were a VIP or logged in. I think if I went to premium, if I went back to premium from VIP now and made a new character, it wouldn't have those slots available. I think that's how that works. I could be wrong. I'd say that's quality of life, the stable masters. But maybe, like, it's more, I don't know if it's incentive or if that's just justifying it. Mobile mailbox is another thing. Stuff like the bonus XP is like that's not quality of life, I'd say. That's like just here's an incentive. Because it's a boost, I guess. But yeah, well, at least with content, I feel like, because if it was a choice between the two, obviously, content takes probably more work to go into than quality of life stuff, because I feel like it's more small little things. So I understand, obviously, expansions needing stuff. I do think, and I don't think I'm alone here, that the War of Three Peaks expansion was a little bit lackluster for the price, considering it costs exactly the same as like Minas Ithil. I think the price, it doesn't like stand up to it. But yeah, because I think when I bought, because I bought the Ultimate Fan Bundle of, yeah, definitely. I don't think it's expansion worthy. I think the thing they want to bring out next, the Gundabad, if that was squished into one, I'd say fair enough. It won't load for me, but I would say, here it is. So, for example, I bought, does this even work? How does this website work? I don't know. Newest expansion. But yeah, I have bought the Mordor Ultimate Fan Bundle, the Minas Morgul Ultimate Fan Bundle, and this. Now, it is less money, admittedly. But I just felt like, at least with these, I felt like I got stuff. Yeah. Like, precursor, I guess. I don't know, is this War of Three? Yeah, this is like War of Three Peaks. You look at that, and then if I go to like back to the Minas Morgul stuff, Minas Ithil, I feel like even the page is nicer. I don't know, but that compared to this, and this isn't just to harp on about it, like, but I definitely feel like it's not. You minus the pets, which a lot of people, I'd say, don't use pets. Minus the pets, minus the mounts, because it's whatever. You get an aura, a carry-all, some relics, a cosmetic, and the content. Whereas with this, you get a race with it. You get an entire race. I feel like Stout Axe should have been with... Actually, no, I guess Stout Axe fits in with Minas Ithil, but Stout Axe with this? Maybe? I don't know. You didn't even get a character boost. That's a thing. Yeah, you spend more money on it. Fair enough, but like... Character boost to 120. I think Mordor, you got exactly the same, didn't you? Yeah, like, so okay, what? I could be wrong here. Is Lake Town part of this, or is it part of? Because that's Black Book of Mordor, isn't it? I'm pretty sure like Lake Town, Dale area is part of this because it's part of the Black Book storyline, like Scarhold and Yarnfast. I'll admit, I didn't give Lake Town credit at the time, but I recently played through it on my champion. I really enjoyed Lake Town. I really enjoyed like that murder mystery quest line. I loved it. I actually was really enjoying myself. I played for like a good 6 hours on a character I barely play. Honestly, like I was like, oh, I just want to level them up. I'll do some quests. But no, I genuinely was like, oh no, I want to complete the quest chain. I don't care about the XP. It could give me no XP and I would have been happy. You didn't even get a title. I want a title. I don't use titles, but it's, I don't know. We won't carry on harping on about it, but yeah, I definitely think War of Three Peaks was definitely lackluster in comparison. I think when we go and buy it with LOTRO points, I'm just going to be less disappointed. I mean, they cost the same. The only thing I'm upset about the expansions is the fact that, what is it? Is it Helm's Deep? So either Helm's Deep or Riders of Rohan is like 4,000. And that's insane. Yeah. Where they're around the campsite and stuff. Yeah. I like that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they have like someone specifically for like lore, which I think is cool. I think it's cool that they like obviously care enough about that. I wanted to do some like I don't know if it's like something that people would be interested or if people have done or even if it's something I could do well, but like lore-ish videos, because I think the lore is so kind of like good and like similar. You could do comparisons to like the books or the movies to the game. Maybe. I recently saw on the wiki, not on the wiki, on the subreddit, actually, that someone, and I didn't know this existed, there is a Goldilocks and the Three Bears Easter egg in this game, which is kind of cool. And I don't know, something about that I really like. I can't find the post. Like, yeah, there's a few things. Like this one, I saw people, something recently. I don't know what this is. I think it's in Bree, apparently. But I was thinking in the same vein of like, you know, there's like those Skyrim, like Fallout lore videos and stuff. That's a weird that it skips the animation like that, but like this, that's cool. No, but I haven't. But that sounds like an interesting thing to look at. I will definitely look into that. I think, honestly, with the release of that free-to-play video, makes me want to do more, just more variety. I was thinking about it, and it's technically being harsh to myself, but I'd say, you know, in comparison to a regular, like, obviously, I don't know what that is. I just did. If I've got, like, and again, I'm using this video as a example because I'm proud of what I did to it. But if we're using this video as an example, this took a lot of effort. It's a kind of a more higher quality, higher production almost, even though it's just a live stream edited down. That compared to, in comparison, what is probably a quote-unquote lazy video, like a episode. I really want to do more like of the bigger stuff, even if it means I upload less, because clearly they do probably better. So definitely something I'll think about with that, because it's something I thought about for a while. I wanted to recently do I was playing Shadow of Mordor, or Shadow of War, whichever one it was, and obviously you're in like Mordor, I want to do like a comparison of that area of Mordor, because you got like the Undun foothold and stuff compared to in this game. Because yeah, but I have a lot of like random video ideas, and I feel like before I was like, oh, maybe they won't do well, and now I feel like, oh, maybe they will. So brigands, getting back to this finally. Yale Heights killing these things. So supposedly, not supposedly, but according to, we know about the field already, but there is also, I think, I don't know why I can't speed up, but there is also, so they do that, and then they go over to Bumfurlong, which is not the way I do it. Yeah, I feel like I also enjoy the thumbnails for it. Recently, I've had like a want to do cool thumbnails. I'm trying to do shorts as well. I did this short. This is a short for me dying when it works. Did I break it? Oh no, no, this isn't it. This one, sequence 2. I did this, where I like cut out that and this. So I think shorts, streaming, then editing down. More like one-off stuff as well, as I said, would be better. We are going to be making a new character, as I've said, but that's also going to be in the same style of like edited down and less frequent probably. So maybe like once a week, but with stuff like the free-to-play stuff in the mix as well, and like a couple one-off things and streams as well. So I'm thinking if I like do 3 videos a week but 4 streams, I don't know. I always think when I like, whenever I'm planning out a week, I always wish the week was like 6 days or 7 days, because it's an odd number, which like messes up stuff. Like 1 week I'm doing this amount, like 3 videos, and then I'd be doing 4 videos, and then I'd be doing 3. I don't know. Random tangent there with that, but I'm thinking, do we want to maybe load into a character and see how this works? Like, I don't know, all this stuff seems pretty standard, so I kind of want to skip the Shire, because this is exactly what we did, except we're doing the worst Slay Deed in the world instead, because literally that takes a good 5 minutes to do. I realize you can't see, but on the side here, there's like a timer for the in and out points, but it takes a good 5 minutes for this guy to do Slug Slayer, which kind of sucks. It looks like Hunter is the best for this as well, because obviously we can get to Thorin's Hall pretty quickly. That is a lot easier now with the War of Three Peaks, though, because of the whatever they're called, the Stable Masters, because they just take you to Mitchell Delving or Thorin's Hall, but not South Bree if you haven't got it, I found out. Yeah, we should just model our lives on Lord of the Rings. That'd be cool. Something I'm actually really excited for when this new Lord of the Rings MMO comes out. I think it'll be really cool to do comparisons between the two areas, because I know it's different ages. I think from what I've briefly read, it's supposed to be before the Third Age, isn't it? So it would be cool to see like Bree, or like the area that is Bree, beforehand. I was looking it up. I think it may have been delayed till 2022, because of COVID. Amazon's Lord of the Rings MMO likely coming in 2022. Yeah, this thing. I love this. Cost 1 silver. And then you can get to any of these places. I hope so. I hope. My ideal hope is before the game comes out that they are able to release the Gundabad thing, and I hope Gundabad is really good. There's also like the three things that, and again, I could be wrong and misremembering / having misinformation, but the three things I really hope that happen before it is Gundabad, and it's good. Legendary item redo thing, which is supposed to apparently be a thing. Again, I could be wrong on that, but I swear that's the thing. And the like graphics thing, which I think is supposed to be tied in with the whole console potentially thing. But again, I don't know how true that is, because that could just be them saying it to get people to invest. I don't know how that technically works. I'm not an expert, but I think those three things will definitely help, because a majority of the people, not a majority of people, but I think a lot of people looking outside do think that it doesn't look that great, because unlike WoW and like Star Wars The Old Republic have that kind of style that kind of lend themselves to a bit more of a cartoony thing and don't necessarily need that updated graphics, whereas I think this game kind of lends more into the realism of it. There was a video released at the beginning of the year. It was this video here that I watched. Which is just a guy going out in 4K, which means his UI was tiny. I also think they lowered it because you can change the UI scale. And that just looks like a massive... that looks like a massive Hobbit. I don't know why. And I mean, this was played on a decent PC. I mean, it's probably better than mine. Yeah, 1090p, 3090. Top-end PC, for sure. There's a few things that people were commenting. Why are MMOs always like 15 years behind in terms of graphics? I don't think LOTRO looks bad. Where was it? Yeah, people are like saying it's bad. Looks like a PlayStation 1 game. I don't think... No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. They're probably watching like 360p like I'm currently apparently doing. Actually, I'm watching in 1080, but whatever. Texture pretty good. They just need to add extra texture. Yeah. I think it's less the textures and more they are working with like a 10-year-old engine. I mean, that's fair. Hobbits have shoes. That's a problem. What resolution? 4K, like it says. Yeah, I don't think the game looks bad by any stretch of the imagination. I think YouTube doesn't do a good job at the like grass, like, because YouTube obviously have to compress the video, so it kind of messes up there. And there are a bit of weird things with it, but that can only be expected. But it's not like a PS4 game or a PS5 game, because I'm up to date with what everything is. I don't know, there's a few things. I wish the videos weren't like the movie videos weren't so compressed, and like the loading screens and stuff. I wish they were like, because I'd say a majority of players are at least 1080p. I think, at least from Steam, what Steam says on the Steam survey. So it would be nice to get some like remade stuff. Because what I do on my videos is I AI upscale them to 4K and then downscale them down to 2K because of the software I use. But the fact that even like the Mordor stuff is like super low quality, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. What's this saying about the new thing? Yeah, like, does it show in here? Black Book of Mordor? I think it's this one. Like, I don't know why it's so laggy, but I don't know why
that day
came
battle
out
raged upon Gorgoroth.
in
The fates of many were decided.
whenever Mordor did Black Book stuff. That's really loud. But that came out like not that long ago. That doesn't look good. I think that looks bad, in my opinion. It's not great. Not great. So yeah, something like that. It's like it's not necessarily it looks okay, it's bad, but it's because it's scaled up. So it's like this big normally, but then it's stretched to my screen, which is, well, the screen that it stretches 1440p, 2560 by 1440. The actual monitor is 3440 by 1440. But it's because it's like thing. So I assume, all right, this would be my assumption, that they have the raw file of that. I would like to see it just re-rendered in 1080, because 1080 scaled up to 2K, it's not bad, whatever. And I understand you wouldn't have multiple versions, but it would be cool. Something I love that they do, and I've said this many a time, let me go find the video, because I don't know what my video is, I just keep giving this one person views. What's the guy called? Gothmog? I think it's the dude's name. This video. I would prefer if they did every cutscene like this when we eventually get the video to load. This, the camera thing, the like detached camera. I don't know what I would do for a free cam in this game, honestly. I would adore a free cam. Obviously, maybe within limits, but if you could have like a sphere around yourself that you could like have a detached camera. So I get that maybe you can't like bug out the world, but I love when they do this. And they really did a lot of it during like Moria. I think they did it with the Watcher and stuff. I think it's the first time they did it. But this, like around this time, I loved it. This is genuinely, I loved it. When they do like the zoom into Mordor, like that gate in Mordor, or that door in Mordor, by like the towers, by the weights and stuff, I love that. I was giddy when that happened. I love it. So I would honestly love if they went back and did this. When you're like, you know, when you're like stuck, you're not allowed to move, or you can't even move, but characters are just talking. I'd rather they did this than you just being able to run around, because I don't know, I feel awkward just jumping around in circles while things are happening. Yeah, this is one of my favorite things they do. To balance out me complaining, I have to say the good things as well. I don't know. It's one of those things though, like the good you don't say much, like the good things you not necessarily take for granted, but you don't talk about them because they're kind of expected, or like they're cool, but like you're more likely to be vocal about things that annoy you / upset you because you'd like to see them better. So right. But yeah, I'm wondering if we can, going back to this, use the war camp thing to our advantage if we're a single player on this. Because we should be able to get to Thorin's Hall. It might take a little bit more time, because we'd have to go from the Rushrock Bog back to Thorin's, to Mitchell Delving to Thorin's Hall, or we could even, I think, go straight there anyway. But that's the thing. And then Sarnor, this is something I brought up. You could do goblins early. Now, the only problem is that the goblins here are a higher level. So if we do this on our own, it's not viable. But if we do it with another character, it's doable. Noglands, pretty simple. Just gather the things. Really, I'm more interested in Bree. I think they go to Bree. Rath Terig. There is a really nice spider area in here, which I think is better than the other one because there's a load that spawn. It's like a couple waves. If you have an accelerator on, obviously that's going to be amazing. But because they have the hour 30 Slayer accelerator, I think they're just generally using those because they can. Whereas with us, we may have to be a bit more tactical, I guess, with our usage. So I always think, is it better to just do the non-Slayer stuff first and then focus purely on Slayer after the fact? Probably. Even if we backtrack on ourselves a lot, I feel like overall you're going to use less. So something I might do, even though it's not going to give us any LOTRO points. In fact, it might actually be worth just making a Bjorning quickly. In fact, I have a Bjorn in quickly. And we could just like quickly run through the area without Slayer stuff and time how long that takes. Because okay, we're back to Bree. Good. We'll let it get to Bree. Because a lot of it is going to be, does turn out to be waiting. Wolves, like I think Ered Luin, they did the perfect amount of actually like Shire and Ered Luin, they did the perfect kind of like, you can't do this in one fell swoop. The brigands in the Shire, the Veil, the Harvest Flies, I think they did a pretty good job of. Everything else I think you can get in pretty much one go without much waiting. Wolves in the Ered Luin is a bit more difficult. Is it me, or is this was this video recorded before they changed it? Because I realized that this area got changed at some point. I think this is the area I'm talking about. Or I know for a fact the area above Celandem that contains all the wolves is a completely different looking area than it was when I first made videos, because I went back at one point and was looking at them and I got really confused by the area because it is a completely different area. It looks different. There's like a missing like thing. Nenhilith, this is it. Yeah, Nenhilith doesn't look like this anymore. It's a lot more open, and I don't necessarily, I think they changed this bit, so this is just flat. Yeah, because this campsite, that compared to how it looks now is completely different. But I don't know when they changed it. I think it was a long time ago, because it has to have been, because if it was recent I would have noticed, because it would have been in between like 2 different times I LOTRO point farmed. So I feel like it has to be a couple of years ago when I kind of stopped doing that as much. Can I go to Celandem from here? I think I may be able to. If not, I can go from Thorin's Hall. Oh, lag. What's the game's... There we are. Game crashing on me. I could just have used my travel skill, but I think we can go Celandem from here. How does this work? Because that's not swift travel. Oh. It's not swift travel. It's faster than swift travel. Actually, no, it's the same. Also, apparently I've not done this quest before.
And learn of my troubles.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure that they just got rid of that area. Right? I think that's the thing. I don't know why I'm getting distracted by this so much, but I don't know. Just a thing. I think if I do another LOTRO point farming thing, I will probably do 2 different versions. One with a character, like with another character, and one without. Because something I really wanted to do at the time is, unfortunately, if I click out, it goes to like 15 frames per second or something. Yeah, this area is so much bigger. I think it looks a lot better this way. I don't know, it feels very restrictive the other way when you're coming through here. Yeah. So that in comparison to that. But yeah, I can record it on 2 PCs and I can just sync it up, and I think it would be good to like probably have the like deeds and stuff here. Is the way I like to try and do it. But yeah, that's kind of besides the point. Let's log out for the 5th time today. Let's get back into this. So, Nenhilith, Bree. So this is when they go to Bree. Is there a way of me going to the next marker? Is that a better way of doing it? Control Shift M and Control M. Oh, Shift M and Control Shift M. Okay. So That should allow us to finish our win, breed, travel. So I think from there it's just pick up these. I think that is worth 10. So it is more efficient to do because you can come over here and then I think you do orcs. Interesting. Then you go back to breed. So yeah, that's going to save so much time having the breed travel skill. Hillshire Ruins, which is okay, so that's not the best way of doing that. The best way of doing that to get the Hillshire Ruins, unless they do something else there, okay, is to go to Bree and then go to the festival grounds. So that's already like a bit of time save we can do there. And then we're going to do the Old Forest. This is going to be the hardest bit for me because I get lost in there so bad. Like, I for the life of me cannot do the Old Forest. So, you get a bit of Spider Slayer. Does that count towards Spider Slayer? You won't be able to tell because it won't show. I assume it does. But for the most part, you focus on the location and flowers. I assume you get a little bit of Spider Slayer throughout there. Bold Hill. Flowers. This is the sort of thing we need to work out the best route for. Something we might do in a minute is grab the map for it and like throw up in Photoshop and work out the best route. So flowers, Weaver's Den. How many flowers are there? 8? I think. So there's that. And then we got Tom Bombadil's house, which I think is the final location. And then they take a quick, like, they start selling all their items. And obviously that's not going to be a massive cut into the time. But that is a good 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes where they're doing that. You could even say from Tom Bombadil's house, and it's about 3 minutes. Obviously, they then go into the Barrow Downs, but that's again going back into like the kind of speed run situation. That's something I'd say cut that out. Don't worry about it. Honestly, the money aspect of this isn't going to be a huge deal. There's much better ways of making money, but I'd go straight into Barghead Slayer, especially because, admittedly, yes, well, you're an hour and a half in at this point. You probably, depending on like how many bag spaces you have, will start accumulating stuff. But like you have an hour before it actually matters, right? So from here, an hour later, you're like pretty much done, and I'm sure there's downtime as well where you can actually do it, and even then you're not actually losing that much. You're maybe losing a couple of items. So looking at it, they do, so you do a couple of things. They do Barghead Slayer start, Walk Slayer, or White Slayer rather, Barrows of Taradam, finishing up Spider Slayer. That's actually a good way of doing that. If you're going this route, I think it's still probably quicker if you start in Archit to go there. One of the advantages we're going to have being Bjorning is no, not really anything. Just got to the Bree area, that's all. But one of the advantages of being in Bjorning is we're going to have Archit milestone. So I don't know if it's better for us to go back to Archit for Spider Slayer or specifically come here. Then we go to do all this. And yeah, it's just basically kill the bosses. I think it's Execution of the Wicked, I think is that deed. And by that time, you're going to finish Spider Slayer. You're probably going to finish, yeah, Brood Hunter, which is another one. Actually, that said, if you're doing Brood Hunter, you might as well do Spider Slayer here as well, right? Enter Barrows of Ringdoor, which is is that the one that I think it is? There's that one with that really weird crafting table. which I kind of want to go over to at some point. But yeah, I think this stuff might be worth making a map for and just trying to work out the quickest way of going like to and from places. And then we end up in this area, which 7 years later I still can't pronounce, and I've never heard anybody say. I kind of want to work out how to say it so I can sound clever. Now, I assume the Old Forest has the what are they called? Deeds of Bree. What are they called? It's Brila and Woodsman, Awakened Trees in the Old Forest. That makes more sense. I was using the ones near the Ostgorthad, but it makes more sense to go to the Old Forest. So I think you then go to... Again, this is one of those things where, like, where's that break? There's, like, they take that break wherever they take the break somewhere. From, like, here to here. That, like, 2-3 minute break that we can take advantage of. Ideally, I'd like to cut this down to 2.5 hours. With a few more better placements of stuff. So we definitely should set up live split with a bunch of stuff, because I think that'll also be good. If I set up live split, that'll allow us to not think as much, because we can have segments in live split. And if I see segment of go here, kill this, I'm gonna not have to remember the path. Yeah, that's the way I think we'll do it. I'll probably do that off stream. And I can just use these for that. But then we can then see, not only remember the splits, as it were, but we should be able to then obviously time ourselves. So that's good, because I can then go and try a different way of doing something, possibly, and go, right, no, that is slower than before. So that is something I think is worth setting up. Again, we have the comments here, so we can kind of do that. I will have to look into how to use live split properly, because I've only ever, when I've speedrun a game, oh, hiccups, I've only ever taken someone else's splits that is like the splits for that game. So I'll have to like work out how the best to do that. But I don't think it'll be that difficult. I'm sure I can work it out. But I think what we'll do quickly is I'm going to get a map of a few things. I want to get the map of the Old Forest, because honestly, looking at this video, they do Brigand Slayer last, which is weird to me. I think that's going to be the bit I struggle on the most, because the Old Forest, I just don't understand. I just can't do it. But even so, like, let's say, okay, so Brigand Slayer, they finish, let's say here. That's a bit off, but whatever. And then they come over here and start selling their stuff, right? And then they send over all their rep items they picked up over to here. So let's say about here-ish. There's another 4 minutes. So 4.5 minutes. So that added to 3 minutes earlier, give or take. It's another 7.5 minutes. So I think it is very, very possible to, with 2 characters. Oh, and they didn't get this either. So I'd do that first, probably. And we've also got to remember, at some point we have to go to Mitchell Delving. Right? We can pick up... Oh, wait, no. On our characters currently, our 2 main accounts, we could pick up the VIP thing, so we could sell stuff on the fly. But we're going to be doing this on free-to-play, so that's not actually possible. That kind of ruins my idea. So I was like, oh, we can just sell on the go. Not going to be an issue. And we can go into like shared storage and vaults and stuff. Not going to work. So that's History of Dunedain done. Then over here, they start doing Cartographer, which is not something I can do, sadly. But there is another deed here. Journal of Captain Rabgall. I don't know what that is. I might know what that is. Is that... I could be wrong. Is that the deed or the quest you do in the Forsaken Inn? It could be. I'm pretty sure it is. I could be wrong, though. Because I remember that being a thing. But we'd have to unlock that. Collecting this item is a requirement for the deed, the Journal of Captain Rabgall. You get 20 medallions for it? That's actually pretty cool. 5 pages. This deed is open in the quest log once the first page is acquired. Pages are not bound and can be traded, mailed, and sold between characters or players. It's a free deed. Having access to the Forsaken Inn instance is not required to complete this deed. Interesting. So, we have the choice for that because can you convert medallions into marks? That's the next big question. You can. Interesting. So, my question now becomes, would it be beneficial to get these 3 pages and you get 20 marks? That's 20 medallions. That's 60 marks. All right. At the end of it. And obviously marks are account wide. So that could help get an extra 60 marks isn't much, admittedly, when we're getting like 100 fatigue completions. But we get 5 LOTRO points, which is nice. And you get 60 marks, which can then help with the reputation items. What is this deed? Okay, that's complete quests and stuff. Okay, that's less cared for. But I should get this available on my current character. On my current, like, actual account. Because, honestly, that's quite a big deal, I think. What else is there? There's Moria Cartographer. As soon as the anniversary event comes around in April, which, yeah, should be next month. I think it's April 4th. I could be wrong. We're definitely going to be working on the cartographer stuff. I probably will try and buy a house for this exact reason. Because we can get to a house and have all these items. And we should have the personal house teleport as well, which will speed things up. Eridor Cartographer. And then we also have Thorin's Hall Rep from doing some of the tasks. So we'll probably... like, that's obviously good. It only gives you like an extra 10, I think. Which is still nice. But yeah, I think... Is that shared storage? It is. Shared storage is going to be a big thing, I think. It's going to be easier than trading, I think. But... Wow, how many... Are they all enhanced XP supplies, or are some of those experience tomes? Extraordinary experience, rather. But... Yeah, I think... And honestly, I don't... Okay, does Barrow Bree... I looked this up earlier. Does that give you LOTRO points? Unwise. No. But it does give you Bree rep. So I wonder how useful that could be. It's also... You get one of these. I would love the idea of farming one of these. Like the task edition things. But it takes so long. It would take 20 days to do it. In theory, right? So 20 days per character. So if we had like 21 slots, we could do that on like a cycle, right? Like 1 LOTRO point farm a day. Complete the tasks on every character a day, and then every day we should get a new task link to then send to our main account, because they aren't bound. That would obviously take a while, because what, 20 things is like, it's 325. No, 595, isn't it? It's like 100. No, not 100,000. Like 10,000 LOTRO points or something. So I don't think it's quite viable, but be interesting to try and do that. and just get like all these tasks. So you could do like, oh, I know, I assume there's a cap, but imagine if you could do like 100 tasks a day, you get quite a lot of experience for that. So yeah, there's a few things here. Like we could probably do, I feel like there's a better way of doing Thorin's Hall rep. I feel like there's something there. That said, we got to known from doing the other stuff, but I think that required us doing quests. So if this is quicker, it's probably better to do that. Because we can't use Thorin's Hall rep items, right? First stage relics, I think. Because they require you to be level 30, I want to say. The problem is, if I look at relics, it's just going to bring me up relics for legendary weapons. I can't spell, apparently. Ball. Okay, I feel like the search bar on the wiki is sometimes a little bit awkward. Right, Thorin's Hall rep. Is there a better way of doing it? That's the question. So there's a level 46 quest called Seeking Glory, which doesn't work. North Downs, Glowing's Camp, Zigland and Vorakel, repeatable quests in Sarnor, completable deeds in Sarnor. Dowerhand Crest can be bartered. So you only get 30 per Dowerhand Crest, and they require you to be level 35 and to complete the thing. You can get them from making the jeweler stuff, but at the same time they get bound, as we know. So there isn't, unfortunately, any real way of going about that. I am a little bit surprised they made it level 35, but I guess because the items drop from enemies in Sarnor, that is why that's a thing. So that might be something we kind of look at in a minute. What I think, though, we'll do is we're going to load up this character. I'm going to grab, actually... that's the LOTRO thing. I want to grab LOTRO Old Forest. I want to grab the map that tells us the Old Forest stuff, and I want to work out our best route. We're just going to go on a character that's already done it, but... So... Is that on a map that just tells me where everything is? I guess I have the map thing for it, right? I don't know where they are. I have like 2 folders on my desktop that most things get saved to, but I always confuse which ones they are. Breland, the Old Forest. So we have this. So it's like, what's the best entrance? Because there's 3 entrances. 4, technically. And then what's the best route to go through? So I kind of want to bring that video back up and find out. Well, they came in through... How did they get there? So they came in through this area by the Green Hills thing. That's the easiest thing for us, I think. Because we can get there a lot quicker than all the other places. But if I can, like, get through this as fast as... Obviously, this is going to help us, technically, and the lack of being killed by enemies. But if we can get through there pretty quickly. So this is the fastest way of getting to roughly that area. Because they wanted to get to... No, that's a lie. I lied. They wanted to get... I'm confused which way they went then. I'm just trying to think. They would try to go to the green... What do they try and get to? I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw... I might be mixing up videos. Yeah, this is this area. I think I'm mixing up parts of the video and another video that I watched. But if we want to get to the green thingy, this Green Hill Ruins, I think it's called. I could be wrong. Oh, there's a campsite here. Old Greenway Fort. That's a thing. But what am I thinking of? That's the wrong file. There we are. Yeah. What am I thinking of over here? Oh no, I think it is. It is just this video. So they went to the orcs through that, then went back to Bree, because they went to the Hillshire ruins. That was it. So I said. So they went up to the Hillshire ruins, which, yeah, we don't. Okay. So this is why we're testing, so we can work out what on earth is going on, because I have no idea half the time. Oh. Yeah. Unfortunately, because of the way the game is, it's not too fixable. I did have a fix for it, but then it stopped working, weirdly. But yeah, I don't think it's a huge problem necessarily at the minute. I mean, there is a way I can fix it, but it does take a moment. I gotta be a little bit awkward with it. We could try while we have a few seconds. I have to do some weird things on the stream, so the stream might look a little bit weird for a second. So bear with me. So it's gonna do that, and then I've got to crop it. So 400, about there-ish, and then 1,000, nope, 500, 600. So that should happen there, and then if I go into my hotkeys and stuff, I have that only show up when we press M. And then theoretically, is that better? It's a bit janky. I can probably fix it. If I do one more thing. I'm doing it, I'm going to make it perfect. And just have it correct to the pixel. There we are. So now what should happen, if I click here, it's going to look weird. Wait, what? Yeah, if I... Does that not look... Oh, yeah. So that's going to look weird if I press M like that. Like if I X out, but if I do this, it should look fine. Hopefully. That shouldn't break unless I press the X, which I'm just going to try and not do. But basically, the way I had it before, it would reset, and then every time I pressed M, it would turn off the game showing. But the way I've done it actually should work now. And hopefully that looks better. So going back to the map, I think this is the way they entered, right? It's going to look weird if I do that now. Oh, markers. I don't want markers. Right. Where am I? Where's my thingy? Okay, so they went up this way. 29.4, 58 point... What was it? 29.458. So it's a little bit further this direction, right? I always get confused on like which direction I have to go for west and east. Obviously I know like the difference between them, but I don't know what increments up and what goes down. So we should be, let's actually get in, but we should be by number 7 on the map. Yeah, so what should happen first is we should have to go down here, and there should be a flower. So that the annoying thing is we're not going to be able to see it, but there's a flower here. I kind of want to go on a high-level character that hasn't done this deed, but it's fine. The issue is we're going to get like so confused, like on what's where, because like the map doesn't always necessarily line up, which kind of sucks. But in theory, we should then go down here, right? And I don't know if you can get out that way, but we won't want to anyway. I don't know if Degron's not done this deed. But then Goldberry Spring, obviously we're not going to be on a war steed, so timing's going to be a bit off. But then to the right, and we should have, because what we can do in a minute, we can set up a live split thing for each of these individual locations. And then when we get to it, we can tick it off. So that should be the other flower. And going through here, we should have Tom Bombadil's house as our next thing. As soon as that happens, we'll go back, obviously with a little bit of a nicer turning circle. Well, sharper turning circle with the regular steed. We won't use the war steed, obviously, when we do this normally. And again, we should probably smell the roses to lower the speed and use a 62%, just so we're a bit more indicative of what is actually going to be happening. So there should be another flower around here. And again, this becomes the issue of not knowing where stuff is. I'll probably try and get Hormar going through here, because I know he hasn't done it and he's level 71. So he should be fine. I don't know where this flower is. There it is. There it is. I see it. I see it. So we've got that one. And then, because this place is like a maze, I'm guessing we go down here. Why is it so laggy in here? It's 40 FPS. So, can't go that way. Then, see, this is what I mean. The map weirdly changes here. So then we come through here. And I'm hoping we can get up here and loop back down. Because we need to go here as well. Bold Hill and stuff. Because, yeah, I think this is probably the worst area for us in terms of knowing where we're going. The other one that might be a bit difficult is the barrows. But I think that's a bit less of an issue because I will be able to see them all here. Whereas with the barrows... Or the barrows I'll be able to see, whereas with the flowers I don't have an indication on the map. Because as soon as you found them, you never need them again. So why does it matter, you know? So then down here, we'll find a flower somewhere. I think it's over here. Yeah, over. No, this is a cocoon. And next to a flower. Yeah, cool. How confusing is that? I think this will be the biggest thing if we're like eventually get a group together, is leading people through the old forest. Is going to be a big thing, I think, for a lot of people. See, okay. Okay, interesting. So we can get, we should be able to, and I know we're not timing this. I'm actually going to get on my regular steed because the turning's a lot better, and I think something about war steeds makes you lag. I could be wrong. Maybe it's the like more zoom out. So we can go to Goldberry Spring, and we could go through here straight up. So I don't know if that's better. Is it better to go this way and finish at Tom Bombadil's house, like I think they did in the video. Or do it this way. Because this way we can get to Bold Hill. And as soon as we get to Bold Hill on the thing, we can get out of here. So in theory, this way we've gone this way. Bold Hill, there. Loop back, because I feel like then we're not doubling back on ourselves as much. And then we get through to here. We'll have to quickly go to the Witherwindle crossing. Right? Is that not a thing? I don't know. And obviously, while this is going on, we can actually get the Slayer deed sort of going. That's another thing. And if I remember correctly from what I read, I think I still got... Have I still got it up? Deeds. Freeland deeds. I think it's the 2040. I could be wrong. Breland Woodsman is a 2040, so assuming we had an accelerator on at the time, would only require 30 kills. And getting into the Barrow Downs after the fact would mean that we can pick up a few extra, right? So, how far do we have to get in before we can just jump out? Okay, so it's actually not that bad. So as soon as the name comes up, we should count it, I think. Right? Then, I think the way I'm planning on it, I think this is quicker. We then go down here and loop through. So if we go, there's the flower here, this bit here, flower here, right? Flower here, Tom Bombadil's house, Barrow Downs. I think that's how we want to go about it. Obviously, we need to get on our horse, and Spider Slayer can also be continued here. So, there's a flower somewhere around here. Somewhere. I mean, the advantage we're going to have when we actually do this is, we're going to be able to just, like, press tab or delete or something. Is that it? That's it. Okay. Got ya. Was a tad confused, but I then should just be able to continue down this way. Yeah, the biggest thing is the more times we do it, then that should mean if we do it enough times, we'll learn. But also when we're actually doing it, we should be able to actively be able to see them. So that's why I want to run it on 2 computers if I ever did this as like a duo thing, because I set this up, I had like as a premise having 2 like keyboards in front of me and 2 mice in front of me. So if I wanted to, I could just lean over my current keyboard a little bit and just like control what I need to control on the other account without having to alt tab out into the other account and it kind of acting weird. Like, it's a little bit more difficult to do, I think, than just having both computers. But I also want to see how viable, obviously, it is as a single person thing. Oh, here it is. Cool. So then it should be a direct up. And then assume we've got this one. We'll even go there just so we know the pathing. And then back Tom Bombadil's house. And then I think what we'll do is we're going to like load up live split. and then try and see how things go. Like, can we go straight through there? I think this is a dead end, but you never know because there's some weird. Oh, we've got to go to this place anyway for this flower. I forgot, but there's some weird like discrepancies with the map, like that. There's like what seems to be a massive tree line there, but we can just come through with rubber banding, admittedly. But it's good to know because that is quicker than doing that for sure. Yeah, then we come up here. So I think that is, yeah, the best way for us to go about it. So now we just have to learn on the fly how to use light split. I think it's easy enough. I'm sure. We just have to work out. See, that one's easy from that point of view because we're not having to look at it behind a rock. So that's cool. So what I'll do is, I think we'll start from Bree, so we have a good like baseline, like the Bree travel thing. Cool. What are you? Oh, you're the River Maiden. I was like, I always walk past, and for some reason, like obviously, if Tom Bombadil's not out here and you come in here, he's already there, and he like comes in behind you. I kept thinking it was Tom Bombadil, but it's not. Yeah, I think I've done it before. Oh, how to break the map. Don't use that. If I could get rid of this, I would. And then I'd click on nothing. The reason I didn't set this up as well is because I'm worried about like leaving it like this for half a video. And then it's just awkward. Cool. So let's get like Notepad up again. And then we'll work out the order we're going to do stuff. So that should hopefully fit on the screen. Cool. So looking at it. 7. Nel Dor Las Flower. Then going into 4. Goldberries Spring. Then Bold Hill, I think. Then Rosthon's Flower. Probably spelling some of these wrong. Bonfire Glade. Oh, this one I don't know about though. What about that flower? We can get that at the end, right? That's probably the best way to do it. So go through here, and then we'll go for what's 8. Doro Lynn's flower. Then we'll come down here to what's this one? Merlilith. Merlilith? That's a lot of I's and L's. I think it's Merlilithia's flower. Doesn't technically matter at the end of the day, as long as we know where we're going. Then Weaver's Den. Capitalize that. 11. Cilioth flower. Then Len West's flower. Then we'll probably come up here to 9. Cordophaneth's flower. Then up here, I'm sure there's a better way as well. Bragled's flower. I'm sure there's like this. This isn't actually a thing or something. And then Tom's. Let's just say Tom's house. Why not? Let's get loads split up. There we go. Okay. Edit splits. Can I put the name in? The Lord of the Rings Online. Run category. Oh yeah, cool. That's better. Should I just do Old Forest? See if you can beat me. Right, so do I choose game time or real time? I assume it doesn't matter. I'm guessing. So right, and then okay, so Goldberry Spring, Bold Hill, Rossbon's Flower. I wish I could just like auto-populate it with the load, but Bon Fire Glade. I could probably just do this, right? Yeah, and just delete the ones I don't need. Dora Lynn's Flower. I do. I will try and be efficient. See ya when I see ya. Len West Flower. I'm going to be so happy I don't have to ever spell these again. After I've done... Oh, did I get the perfect amount? Break, Lads, Flower, and Tom's House. Cool. So that's our theoretical speedrun of this area. So I think I just need to sort out my controls for it. And then I think we're all good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Cool. Just make sure we had the right amount. What I'll probably do is we'll bring up edit splits again. And we'll put that as the old forest rather than this. Just so it looks a bit better, in my opinion. Doing it that way. Then I'm going to save it as just that. And I then need to... Yeah, so I need to change these, I think. Because I think... Actually, no, I should be fine. So as long as I know what they are. So what I'll probably do is I'll take like a little screenshot. Because otherwise I forget things really easily. So if I do that, I've just got this nice little screenshot next to me on the other monitor so I can remember. Then I think if we go into probably window capture, right? We can do this down here. Oh. Fit to screen. It's not quite how I wanted to do that, but why does OBS have to be confusing? No bounds. And then fit to screen. It's whatever. And then if I just do this quickly, we can just move it down. And that, in theory, is us done. So if I press 1, do that, that. How do I... Yeah, only other thing is how do I stop? How do I stop? 3? You've beaten some of your best times. No, I haven't, because I haven't got any times. So, in theory, can I just move this off? Can I minimize it? How do I do things like this? Cool. So, we're going to log out. We're going to log into a different character. And we're going to see how things go with this. Oh, can I wonder, does that work? If I have a spare Xbox controller. No, not an Xbox controller, a It's actually a Switch controller. Can I use that as... I don't know where it is. That's my issue. Ah, there it is. Found it. Now I've got to organize all my cables and unplug some stuff so I can plug this in. I don't know if that'll make a noise. Yeah, it will. Cool. So, my question is, could I use this controller for life split? Because that'll be easier. If I could just like have A as my start. Settings? No, is the answer. Right. Either way, we'll deal with that some other time. For now, let's try Degron. I don't know what level the enemies are around there. That's the only thing. And I know I'm not going to be attacking them, but I don't know if I can like go with my level 27 account or something like that. I have a couple accounts I could probably try it with. So that's at least something. But I'm not entirely sure. But once we load in, we'll actually be able to see, hopefully, what is going on. Oh, I'm in this area. How wonderful is that? I think if I return to Dale, I should be able to return to Bree relatively quickly. So what I need to do is just get the map up. Now, if I... Okay, how am I going to do this? There we are. Oh, well, the problem is that map, I'm not going to be able to see it very well. We'll worry about that in a minute once I actually get there. But in theory, if I do this... Oh, so what does 3 do? Numpad 3 resets. Numpad 2 skips. Ah, okay. I got you.
How can I be of service?
Is there a way I can one-on reset if better time? That's what I want to turn off, because otherwise I'm probably going to annoy myself. So, cool. South Bree, 122 silver. Damn. Should probably make sure I haven't done this quest before. No, I haven't. Okay. Good to know. So, but have I done any of it? Okay, find Tom Bombadil's house. Okay, I've done the starter of that, but that's not going to be a huge issue. I haven't done the rest of it. So,
How can I be of service?
start point's going to be West Bree. And yeah, we'll see how things go. I'm going to probably try and take note of the levels of the enemies. We're going to go on Smell the Roses, and we're also going to use as our mount a 62% speed steed. Just for some somewhat consistency with what we know about our characters. Because if I use 78, it's going to be a little bit faster, as we know, and I want to know roughly how long it's going to take us on a regular character. We'll just sort out all our UI, because I realized that was broken. Going to get all these off so we actually can see the deed completed. And I guess we're going to press W, or actually P, and 1 at the same time and hope that this goes well. So doing that, we should have everything start. You can definitely tell the difference between... Actually, I'm going to reset that because I did that wrong. You can definitely tell the difference between a... I think we're going to start from the puddle, I think is where we start from, right? You can definitely tell the difference between a war steed and our current speed, and also just a 78% speed versus what we have right now. Right, on 3, 2, 1. There we are. So we press both keys at the same time. I got confused the first time because I thought we were going up to here for some reason with the old Greenway Fort, when that was not what we're after. Damn, it is so slow. I wonder if... Do you get a speed boost? Is my question. Do I get... So we're going to get a 10% out of combat run speed. I don't know if that affects the horse. That is something we've got to worry about. But I guess that's something we can look at when we look at another character potentially. But I'm thinking... So these guys definitely... Yeah, nothing should attack me. We're level 118. I'm just trying to think whether or not we get a mount boost. If we get a mount boost, it could be worth our while using that at the time. So I don't think this is the area we go to. It's the next bit, yeah? Yeah. Don't want to get stuck. It's a slight annoyance of, like, I can't reset the deed, so I am going to have to do it on a new character every time. But I think it's fine. Let's keep the map open. We should be entering, yeah, the right area now. Try and not click out as much as possible. We are going to be pressing delete. Trying to get the flower. Now, does it dismount us? It does. So that is a big problem. Because that's going to slow us down. Obviously, it's still going to be faster just to stay on foot. But that is a slight annoyance. Now, I'm also going to get this deed up. Just so we've got it up. Obviously, we have Tom Bombadil's house already. But I don't think that's going to be an issue because we'll end off there anyway. So we should be able to see. Oh, I went down the wrong one. That's a problem. Already some time loss. So then this should count. That was a little bit delayed. I'm a little bit worried about that, but we'll see. I don't know why it's so laggy in the Old Forest. Something about it, apparently. But yeah. So we're going to go Bold Hill. This should work. So I'm hoping the way we can do this is in one way, out the other. Because I think that makes sense. And then we can just go straight into this flower. Should probably be using auto run a little bit. So how much does this give us? Does this actually give us a tangible amount? 10? 15. 15 LOTRO points. We'll see how long it takes. Obviously, there's going to be that kind of slight issue with the concept of us being attacked. But it is something that we could maybe... Like, what level are these guys? 15. So, if you spend a bit of time do it after the fact, right? Shouldn't be a problem. Supposed to be going this way. Shouldn't get distracted. It's because I need to fix my UI thing. Right, that's the bonfire glade. I wonder if that's a big enough gap. I don't think it is. I think this is the problem here, is this long pathway, this bit. Oh, I've just realized I've not actually gone between any of my splits, right? We've already done that. And we just done Bonfire Glade, I think. So I'm a bit dumb there. So then there's a flower down here. I thought it was a location, but it's apparently a flower. So I mean, we can time this after the fact, so it's not a huge deal. But I did kind of forget we were using Life Split. It's the first time I've used it in a very long time. And the first time I've used it for this sort of thing, so... So there should be a flower up here. Good. Timing is technically off there, but I think on usage rather than on completion, maybe. It's not an exact science. The end time is still going to be the same no matter how we went about doing it, so I don't think in the end it matters all that much. It would be... I don't know if it exists, but it would be nice to see if there was like a map replacement that had something like location points on it already. There might be a thing like that. No, okay, I've gone the wrong way. Time loss. But it's fine. Alright. Already got it, I think. It's good. I'd be worried that if there was a campfire there that it would mess up, but I think we're good. Like, 'cause it could just click the wrong thing. But it works. So this takes 7 minutes. This good. So probably at least 10 minutes. And then if you include the potential of being attacked, I wonder... Am I going the right way? There we are. I don't know if this is quicker. Probably not, because I've just damaged my legs. I can't remember the way I went about this. I think there's a gap there. But I think I've just messed up severely. Yeah, I think we did just seriously make a problem for ourselves. That kind of sucks. I kind of blanked on where we meant to go, because originally, yeah, this was the way we were supposed to go first. We went the wrong way. We went like too far out, which is kind of annoying. But that's kind of what this is for, to learn what we need to do. So I do need to find out what the level discrepancy is in terms of... Yeah, so this is the way we were supposed to go. What the level discrepancy is in terms of what am I trying to say? Like how long it takes, or what the level difference is for an enemy not to attack you. Because that's going to be a big thing to make a difference, I think. So this should only, well, technically, obviously Tom Bombadil's house is left. But we'll see how things go in a moment with that. Well, I don't know what I mean by that. Literally, yeah. Normally we'd have to go to Tom Bombadil's house. We don't in this situation because we already picked it up. Doesn't actually matter. Because in the actual full run of this, we would be ending off there anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. It's difficult to see because the things that I use are under the map. so I can't actually see what it's trying to tell me. So we know that we can come this way. We need to go into this direction, so we'll see how that goes. I think going through here. And then possibly this way. Because I should be able to jump over here and not get dismounted. Was what I was supposed to try and say. Ideally, we wouldn't get dismounted there because we can then come up here. Or it might be better to go up this direction. I don't know. The issue is getting hit, so I don't know if that is better or what. There's our flower. Then back on ourselves. 2 more to go. So yeah, I'd say, well, we're on 11 minutes now. So we had a bit of a screw up. I don't know if 10 minutes might be possible. I kind of want to do a really good run on here and then with 62%. And then try with maybe 68%. See if that makes a difference. And then also try with 78%. Because I obviously know it's going to be 10% faster in theory. But what does that equate to in practice, you know? And then final split will be over here. It's also a good thing to do badly your first time, because if we do badly the first time, then we overall will improve the next time. So 12 minutes 13, 15 LOTRO points. That's 1 LOTRO point a minute in theory. A little bit more. So I don't know if I've got any other characters that can kind of do this. Let's have a quick look. Anything above 30 should be fine. So I have probably... So Anthorboar is a character that could do it. Gadbrand, I don't think can. I wonder if we Google it, if it will come up with a anything that tells me. Oh, LOTRO level when you stop being attacked. So it's talking about avoidance, but in terms of like stats. So LOTRO grade out enemies. Oh, let's not have that do that because that looks weird. 9 or more levels. Yeah, 9 levels. And yield no experience. Yeah, and 8 or more above yields no experience. Right, so they were about level 16, right? Weren't they? So level 16 means what's math? 16 plus 8, 24 in theory. So you could do it. You've already done it. What did I say? 24. Gadbrand could do it. He's a useless character. Growther can't. Oh. Is there a difference? There. 25. Good. Because it just said in the wiki 9 or more levels below the character. Yeah, because it says... What does it say here? I mean, yeah, I was right about that earlier. Aggressive creatures will ignore a character 9 or more levels above his own. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you were right. I don't know. I don't know things anymore. But either way, so that means this guy can do it, which is fine. Anthilbor if I really want to, but I haven't played Anthilbor in ages. Though I don't technically need to play it. Hormar we just did. Ideb could. I don't even know what he is anymore. I think he's just a crafter. Idion can't. Ladsman can't. Renaborn can. So we have a couple tries that we could do. So I need to sort out my inventory. Well, my character is like this character. I don't use. I just need it. I made him for some weird reason to make it. I think I made this character to screenshot before Battle Bree. Arch it rather. Grover I can't delete because he's got a rare item that I can't get rid of, and it makes me sad. Hormar's 71. I could do it, but he's my crafting only character. I kind of don't want to touch him. In a weird way. Let's try Gadbrand, because Gadbrand hasn't done anything with his life, except be boosted to 26 technically. Or else you can't actually see their levels, but it's fine, I think. Let's hope this works. My computer is not having a good time at the minute. I don't know why. It's being very loud. Let's find out what's using all my computer. I should probably close like Premiere down and stuff since we're not using those anymore. I will not save it because I didn't move anything, or anything I did move I didn't mean to move, so let's not do that. And let's not save anything there. Apparently Chrome's using a lot of... Oh, because I've got a lot of tabs open. Let's just fix that, shall we? Yeah, I've got a lot of tabs open. I kind of forget sometimes. Cool, that should hopefully fix things. You can just hear the fans on it going rampant. I kind of want to use a 78% speed, but at the same time I kind of want to not do that because I feel like it's going to mess up times. Well, we'll see how things go.
What can I do?
I can't go South Bree. That's just rude. Well, let's go Salindem and then let's go Bree from there. Should work. This character's done nothing bar get to level 20. I don't think I've even done any reputation. No, bar 1,200. So I probably should grab myself a load of Mathams and just use them. Not Mathams, Cardinal and Trinkets, because I have a lot of them compared to Mathams. And see how things go from there. Okay. This is where we start from. Let's try and get Smell of Roses. I realize that's going to mess things up. Smell the Roses. And we're going to have let's have a different steed this time. And I'm even going to be super weird about it and have it as my 1 key. So, basically, I went through a video earlier, and it was basically going through theoretically the way of getting 570 LOTRO points in a little under 3 hours. And that's what we want to kind of get around to. There's a couple, it's going to be a bit lower than that, but it's fine. Basically, the reason we got it is you have to go through the Old Forest, and the Old Forest is the place I am probably the least confident on. So I'm basically having a combination of getting 15 LOTRO points in about 12 minutes or so on a load of my characters, and practicing a route for it. So in theory, this is the map that we have for it, and the route we're going to go is this to this, here, 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 around here, 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 and here. And then in theory we'd go into the Barrow Downs. So I'm just practicing so that when we do this and actually do it, will in theory be as fast as possible. So I set up live split, which is normally for speedrunning, which is technically what this is. And we're going to go through it. Now I am using a slower steed than normal. I'm using Smell the Roses to get rid of any buffs, and I'm using this horse, which is 62%, because that's what we'll have. Eventually I might try 68 and 78 respectively, but for now it's a no-go. So what should happen is as soon as we press 1 on my keyboard, I should also press my auto run key, and this thing should start, and then we should have a look at what's better. The first couple I did wrong and didn't split till later, so we'll probably get gold splits on them. Gold splits like really good, and then other splits are just regularly good, and then red is you've taken longer. So we're going to try this a couple of times, just try and get used to it, and yeah, technically we're speed running LOTRO. It's interesting. Right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, damn it. I didn't realize that would reset. Let's reverse. I think it was about here-ish. I started there last time, so I guess I should technically start here to make it consistent, right? There we go. So this time it actually got a time, and it should have our previous times from the other run. Now I put my horse on 1 here because then I can press it straight away rather than fumble and try and click on it. So we'll see how this goes. At the very worst, we're going to get like 15 extra LOTRO points. We do have to do it on a character that's in theory level 25 or above, so that we're not getting attacked. We're currently level 26. There is a chance we'll get attacked still. So we can only do this kind of a limited amount of times. This is probably the only character that will have a problem, potentially. The rest are like level 30 up, so that'll be fine. But I'm just trying to also think how easy it will be to get a level, assuming 26 is the right, like the golden number for it. How easy it's going to be to get a level 26 character. Because it shouldn't take that long. I could probably get a level 20 character in about 2 hours, I think. 3 hours. But it kind of depends. We'll see. So on this character, well, on this account, I have the max starter bundle. So in theory, we have 5 extraordinary experiences, and I've also got the extra 25% boost from the Gift of the High Elf and the Gift of the Great Alliance. And then obviously VIP bonus experience, but that gets used up straight away, which is kind of sad. I need to bring up this map. Oh, I shut it down. Oh no. Yeah, we're on VIP. Oh no, I gotta use this horse. Well, I guess this is going to be an interesting way of finding out if we're going to be able to do it without the map. But that said, I am going to bring the map up. I accidentally shut it earlier. I didn't mean to. 2 hours might be the wrong number. I don't know why I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure 2 hours is possible. But yeah, I think it's possible. Yeah, that's pretty much the way I'd do it. That's what I did on this character. Except I do gather them, so that tends to like be a little bit longer because you can get to Anorian pretty quickly. Not Anorian, like this one's a little bit different, but it's not that difficult to get to like if you actually gather them, you can get like a decent amount of money with it, so that's like the benefit from that bit. But yeah, just send some money over, spam a load of seeds out, and then obviously slowly you can level up. Especially with the subscriber jug thing as well. It's pretty insane. I just think if you do it where you actually harvest as well, you don't need to send yourself money and you actually get a profit. So it can be better. Because honestly, cooking is probably one of the easiest ways of making money. Without much effort. A lot of the time. Because you can just make arable ham. And it's insane. Oh, this is not good. So we're getting slowly back on like what is actually regular time. So on the like live timer thing on the far right, then it's going to be thinking we've taken a lot longer than we should on each segment, but it's not actually a problem. I mean, yeah, a lot of the time, like after a while, gold isn't necessarily the issue anymore. I mean, I need to make some more gold because I accidentally spent 160 gold today on something that won't make a difference to our LOTRO point stuff. I thought I had a really good idea. That was like a sneaky way of making like 350 gold. 350. Theoretically, you could make 350 LOTRO points in like 15-20 minutes. Doesn't work like that, sadly, because basically the way of doing it was you can make crafted items or crafted rep items with certain professions, like cook can make Madam stuff. And the theory behind it was you could just make 122 of them, send them over to the other character, and its benefit is that it doesn't have a level requirement on it. So you can be level 1 in theory, and you could you could be level 1 and you could use them. But unfortunately they're bound to the character that crafts them. So obviously that makes it not a viable thing. Sadly. Oh, okay, so there are enemies that are going to attack us, but we can probably get past them. So, yeah, there is a slight annoying thing. It just means that we have to instead go with Madams, as expected. See, now, the other thing is our High Elf had the extra 10% run speed, so this might be a bit slower as well. But I thought it was like, I found like this super cheaty way almost of getting a lot of LOTRO points really quickly. Yeah, so there's crafts for like, there's crafts for Bree, so woodworker for Bree, jeweler for Thorin's Hall, cook for the Shire, and I can't remember some of the other ones. There's a lot for the first beginning tier stuff, but yeah, unfortunately they are bound to character. I'm not sure about the egg laying. But yeah. I was just trying to find the like easiest ways of, because reputation is some of the best, like getting to Kindred is some of the best experience you can get, technically. Yeah, I think I remember the question you mean. I just don't know if that's a doable thing on a more repeatable basis of a, like, is it worth doing that or just making a new character and getting more points? Okay, so these are level 19, which means we should be, what, 28, I think, for the best. I'm going to die because my gear is bad here. Like, because I just boosted this character with farming, my gear is terrible. So we might die. Yeah. Like, I don't even have a thing. Okay. We need to be careful. I didn't kind of realize that was going to be a problem. Obviously, as I said, every other character should be fine. Because the other bad thing is... oh, please don't. Okay, we're good. Oh, whilst we're in combat, we're not going to be able to get on our horse. Yeah, I'm not currently doing the cook on... I'm doing it on here, or like the farmer cook stuff, on here, but I haven't been doing it on our free-to-play account, which is what I'm kind of practicing for. Why? I hate these routes, because they attack you from so far away. Like, how am I still in combat? I'm going to die again, and I'm going to have to retreat, and that's going to be a problem. Have I got any... Yeah, I can't revive. Okay. That's a bust. Sadly. We'll have to... Wow, that's a... Actually, that kind of makes sense. Now you kind of talk about it. But... While we load up other stuff, I'm going to look up quickly... yeah, stuff. Yeah, so there's a reputation quest. Buying the relevant quest giving item and completing the quest gives 700 rep per. You require acquaintance with them in order to get them. But how often are they repeatable? Is it just constantly repeatable? I mean, we could find out, but... Oh, okay. Interesting. So you'd have to make 120... well, the thing is, you'd have to get the beginning rep. That's the only problem. But you could create 122 of them. And in theory, trade them over, right? Is that not a thing? It's an expert tier 3. Hearty stock, yellow onion, Taya. So you do have to... You can't buy any of them. And you have to... buy the... Oh, it's also available at the LOTRO store. Why would you... Why would you make it purchasable at a vendor, but also 40 LOTRO points? Why is that a thing? Oh. Right. We're gonna check Hormar quickly. Because if it's a recipe, I probably already have it on here. Right? Let's get rid of that quickly. Right. So going back to that, here it is. It's an expert craft, right? So, because I've recently just been doing all these, like these were the items I did, which are fine and lovely until you realize, yeah, they're bound to character, which kind of sucks. So what do I need? Hearty onion soup. So probably have to buy it. It's not. Yeah, it's not any of these. Is there a cook vendor person here? Or do I have to go to Mitchell Delving? Because that's where the cook guild is, right?
Hello there.
Let's see, huh? Why have I constantly got this in the wrong place? There we are. Cool. And have I got... Yeah, I do. See, I bought this today. I realized I have to be level 90 for it, which is a pain. I kind of forgot that was a thing. At the same point, I bought it because you get an extra 5% crit chance with Cook. And the idea was, if I was able to make this thing and have a higher chance of critting it, this one, sorry, and have a higher chance of critting it, I can make more because this is a rare item. I made quite a lot of stuff for this. I can't I can't craft it. So where are the farmers? No, farmers, cooks. Am I right in thinking there's cooks here? It's this way. Yeah, it's over here. Cool. I think with most cooking stuff, it generally just gives a higher quantity of items rather than a critted version. Unless it's like a fortifying food. I might as well buy all the things while I'm here. Because I thought I bought them all. I know I'm never really going to have a use for them, but I like having the recipes. Like, same for jeweler and stuff. I'll always like collect them. I always used to buy the scroll cases off of the auction hall because I want like all the recipes that I could. Like even the single-use recipes. I'm never going to use them because I don't like single-use recipes really, but I want them to have them. So you never know. One day, like I think later on they even went to make it so like, oh, you have to go back and make some old level, like expert level stuff in order to make the newer stuff. At least with Cook. I just realized the map's all wrong again. Apologies. I don't know why that happens. Well, I do know what happens because we set it up to that because my screen is awkward. But I don't know what I pressed that makes it keep coming up. So much money going into it. Terrible. Come on. Let me buy stuff. Let me give you money. Just like calm down. Give me less money. We'll slow down. No? Come on. And one more tier. Finally. Nope, there we are. Cool, let's learn all those. We can watch our thing fill out, which is nice. Cool. So, onion. And it's an expert recipe, yeah. So one of these is eventually going to give it to us. I wish this was a faster process. Sadly, it's not. Hey, there we are. I don't know what I was expecting. I already knew what I had to use to craft it. But there is this, the hearty onion soup. We get 2 of them, which is nice. So level 25. So you have to craft 2. It looks like, which is fine. We'll wait for these to finish up, and then we're gonna have to get to Ostgurth, which is possibly a bit of a pain. I mean, we're not gonna get damaged or anything. Actually, what's probably better is if we just go onto our hunter, because I don't actually want to do it on here because it might, I don't know if it will still give us experience, but my premise for this is only experience from crafting. So as much as I'd love to, sadly it is not for us for the moment. But I'm going to quickly go to my personal house because it has 3 out of the 4 things I really need. I'm just missing a forge, which I could afford. But then I had to move one of these or put it over there. Speaking of, let's go use this. Like, I was going to put it where the supplier horn was, but the supplier horn is like probably the second most useful thing other than the garden over here. So we'll keep that. I also just realized, let's just UI layout load ultra wide. Cool. Just so things don't look so weird. What did I get LOTRO points for? Apparently ages. Oh, it would have been the what am I, the Matham Society stuff. Hey John Toe, how are we doing? Right, so let's log out here, and then we're gonna go on Ennis for Eel, Osgurth, do that. Then the plan is we're gonna continue the Old Forest stuff, but we'll see how good this is, because my only other thing is going to be working out. I mean, technically, Ennis for Eel is a cook, so we could do something about that. But biggest thing is going to be working out how to get to acquaintance. I think it says we have to be. All right. Buy the relevant quest-giving item from Leoflak and complete the quest. So you need... Actually, I don't know. If you have to be acquaintance standing to start, right, then we'd be like a certain amount through already. So you don't need 122. 122 is neutral to max. Neutral to kindred. So we need like 10,000 less, which is a good 10 for 7,000. 7,700, 8,400, 9,100, 15, something like that. Well, let's find out first. I made my vision all blurry because I like pushed my eyeball. Ugh. Just had to look for my cat quickly. Thought I heard him. Where's Leoflak? I feel like I know where he is, but at the same time, I don't. Is he the rep dude? Yeah, thought so.
Are you looking for something, friend?
Ruby Ring of Power. So this is probably better to look at, right? So 26. So it does take a little bit of money. And then that is... Wait, what? That you have previously completed. Apparently I've completed this quest at some point. So in theory, could I buy... Okay, I can only have one in my inventory at a time. But we could make... What do we have to make? Ruby ring of willpower. We need some gold, which means I'd have to then go in here. And I have to go find some gold, which for me is the item that I have the hardest time actually obtaining. I don't know why. I obviously understand it's rare, but for the life of me, I can never find gold. See? Told you. Honestly, if there was a crafting instance for gold, I'd do it every single day. Be like the one daily I'd definitely think about. Yeah, probably. I would have thought. I would do it as cooking now, but he's only a cook. And he's not a thingy, and then I've got to go like between accounts. Whereas with this, I can kind of just like. I think the best place for gold, from what I read, is technically if we go to Estelden and we go back like east of it, is technically faster. I think that's what I got told. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. Yeah, it's genuinely the only ore that when I see it, I have to pick it up. And when I see it on a character that isn't a prospector, I feel genuine, like, upsetness over it. I will smelt down the gold in my inventory in order to get gold ore. That's basically what buying off the auction hall is, though. It's just throwing away my money for ores at an exorbitant rate. But it's one of those things of, what do you care for more, your time or your money? Like, if I buy the ore, I save more time, and I can probably make the money back that I would have spent mining it. I only need 2 though, right? 2 ore, 1 ingot, I think. Hey, I got 3 chunks. Nice. So, Galtrev is my go-to place for pretty much anything at this point. So, let's go craft one thing. Now, something that you brought up as well, if we crit this, that's a problem. Right? In theory. So we don't want to crit it. But I'm also thinking that yes, it should be... Yeah. I'm going to just do it and like, just, yeah. But I feel like... Actually, I should probably just buy the like really old tools, shouldn't I? There should just be a way that you can disable critting. Because you can disable item inscription. I think it should be... For like these items, you should be able to disable critting.
The Uquirad is angered by your presence.
Oh, right, okay. Like, I'd understand if it was literally only for these items. Then makes sense, but... Make all. If this crits... I'm so sad. Ah! It went out of my way. I think it's good that they at least chose the one that's the default ring. Because at least that's something. But I'm sad now. So I did notice as well, you have to be the you can't pick up something you can't craft for, right? So that does seem to be a big deal. Not a big deal, because you don't, like, even if at the beginning you choose, what is it, Yeoman, I think, is the one that does cook and farmer, you can change it later. So there is always that. I don't know, I'm looking at those. I'm just trying to think, like, obviously, by the time you craft... Yeah. So, in theory, you're at 10,000 at minimum to start this, which means... so it's 85k to get to max. You're at divide by 0. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to minus 0 or minus 10,000. 85,000 minus 10,000 is that. So you need to craft. You need to do this 107 times. 108 times, let's be fair. Assuming you don't overshoot. You need 2 per, so you need 116. Honestly, if you just do a load of crafting, that doesn't seem like a big deal, and I'm assuming they stack to a decent amount, so that'll also be good. Only thing is you'd have to... So, 108 times 20.52... You'd be spending 2 gold on it? Is that how that works? Is that the math? Yeah. 2.2 gold. Yeah, that's my thing behind, like, cook actually being the best way of doing it, is you could just, you know, I don't have to fill my inventory, which has already happened. I need to sort out my inventory again. I mean, most of it's just vendor trash I need to sell, and then the rest is just crafting stuff I need to send to other characters. It's a problem, and I still haven't picked up that item, have I? Nope. Let's go sell some stuff. Can I sell to you? I might be able to, in fact. Good.
What can I do for you today?
I'm going to keep the Cardolan trinkets, and I'm going to keep, obviously, rep items. Crafting items, that's what I meant to say. And those, because I spent a lot of money on them. I also got a wicked dagger. I don't care much for that, I'll be honest. Nearly just sold an Ampler Starlit Crystal for no reason. Nice. The polished ruby ring. My failure to craft. Or I guess technically a lack of failure to craft. Cool. So that saves at least something. Cool. Alright. So, it might be something we incorporate into the LOTRO point farming. Not necessarily just for the... So, we could easily craft a bunch on a secondary character. Trade them over. On that character, become a cook. Just so we can accept the quest. And it's that point of, what would I rather have? Money or LOTRO points? LOTRO points. So we can do a lot of work in the background, get that done. Obviously we won't be VIP on that account, so it will be a little bit slower. But I still think it's very viable. So that's another thing we can add. That's something I want to look into, is like these weird, not necessarily weird ways, but like alternative ways of getting reputation. So I'm going to go on the level 50 character because I feel like I can 100% guarantee at that point that I'm actually doing what I need to do. Like, I'm definitely not going to get attacked, is more my point. We're still going to stick with a 62% for the moment. I kind of want to try, I'd probably do it off stream because I feel like it would be a little bit boring possibly to watch. Give me a sec. Cool. When it loads, there we are. But like the speed of which we could make a new character, level them up. Like, my question is it better for us to make a new character as a Bjorning, level them up with farming / cooking to like level 25, which shouldn't take that long. It'll still take a bit, but it won't take that long, and then speed through the other areas and get that egg laying wrap and have, I guess, some other stuff. I think it is. I think the most you get otherwise is trading in rep items one time. Like, I know Evandim and Bree, I also know for a fact, have like a quest where you can trade in 10 of the lower tier item for the same rep as a higher tier item. So you trade in like 10 barrow treasures, which is like 300 for 700 rep. But the whole, I guess, premise of our free-to-play series thing is we want to find the sort of weird ways of getting LOTRO points. Ow, my wrist really hurts for a second. Ow, I like pulled it backwards in a weird way. That wasn't fun. That was like a sharp pain. Right, here we are. Let's go get our map up, which I can barely see because my microphone arm is in the way. Makes me question if I should fix my setup. But ideally, we'll slowly but surely get better at doing this without having to look. I'm going to quickly save that because it annoys me that it's always wrong. So at least it should be fixed now. Right, on the count of 3, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh, that's a lie. I need to reset because I realized I haven't got Smell the Roses on and I'm using a different steed. Smell... Oh, it's because I'm on a horse. No wonder. And then I need a 62%. We'll use a different one today. Apparently I never opened up any of my mount packs on here. Right, so this should be 62. Cool. We never... or we don't need any other... things, so we're all good there. I've already found Tom Bombadil's house, but we already had on the other characters as well, so I think we're all good. I don't know why I found Tom Bombadil's house at some point on all of these. I guess I did some quests, but that's fine. That's the one I'm probably least worried about because at least we finished there, so as soon as that name's up, we're fine. Right. 3, 2, 1. There we go. At least for the first little bit, we can just, like, pretty much just auto run it. So that's nice. But yeah, it's pretty easy. No enemies going to attack us. It's pretty chill. 3 extra 15 LOTRO points. Bit by bit. I mean, I have a lot already. Oh, break the map again. I have 4,149. That 49 really annoys me. I need to fix that. I need something that ends with like 4. Or 1 and do it 4 times. I don't know. I needed a character slot, but they're on sale. I'd rather they weren't on sale because it makes a not multiple of 5 number. Which I understand is a really weird thing for me to be bothered about, but I don't like it ending in 9. It's just wrong. I should have 4150, not 14149. Just doesn't work. Okay. So we shouldn't die this time. We now know the level we need to be is 28, really, for this, without being attacked. I forgot it doesn't actually, it didn't actually update our last one, so I was like, why do we do so badly? It's only because of the failed first attempt. I'm trying to think if it's better for us to go down here first, but I think it would just cause backtracking, which is just not efficient. The only annoying thing is this one down here. This is the only one that's causing issues. I was hoping I could get through there. I can't. I don't know if the Old Forest is just laggy or if it's just my computer having a fit. Because I know it was having an issue with having an issue earlier. But I think that was just because Chrome was open. A lot of windows. Oh. Good thing I'm not killing anything, because otherwise we would have a problem here. And that's going to be a thing to think about as well, is we are going to be killing enemies whilst we are here. Right. Oh. There we go. I just wish there was a better way than doing this, because we spend so much time through this bit. I think the next one, assuming this goes well, this one, I think the next one we might try a 78% speed and just see the difference in time the 16% makes. Because we can then sort of see a rough time difference, and we can work out how much, well, obviously we'll be able to work out how much faster it is, but I'm more thinking we can see like be able to actually physically see the benefit of getting the 78%. Only problem with that, oh actually no, I was about to say the only problem with that is we actually have to get a 68% steed to start, but no, if we get the journeyman riding trait, it will upgrade the steed no matter what speed it is to 78. So if we get that, and I think riders of Rohan, we would then be able to get what we need. I just hope it stops lagging. Sub 60. It's a problem. There's a corpse. I don't want the corpse. I want this. So far we are faster. We did have a 10% boost, I think, before as well. So that's actually even more impressive. We'll just see how we finish at the end. Hopefully well. I think I'm slowly getting used to where everything is. This one keeps confusing me, whether or not it's on this side or this side, but I am remembering it's on this side. And the good thing is I can now look back on... Oh, damn it. I can look back on these at a later date and sort of see the differences in what we're doing on one over the other. I think having the horse on our hotkey is helping as well. The lag is definitely not, though. Oh, I messed up with that. That's fine. At least we know we're still ahead by 21 seconds, actually. Even though I missed one thing on there. Brings up another point. We do get reputation from this. So how can we also factor that in? So I need to look at the rep that we'd be getting and then work out how many Matham Cardolan trinkets we actually need. Because in my head, I'm thinking purely from 0 to max. I'm thinking, yeah, 0 to max. Whereas we're actually going to be probably starting from somewhere near the middle. And there's even a chance we'll be able to pick up those repeatable quests, and that might be a good idea. And be able to get those barrow treasures and extra reputation there as well. From like killing those boss enemies and getting certain things. Which, yeah, overall should speed us up. So we should have 3 flowers left and then Tom's house, right? I kind of wish there was a way... I think we can get through there, but I don't know if it's worth it. Because we've still got to go up here. And the problem is we get dismounted. So I'm going to try... something. Oh, we're like a full minute ahead. But I think... wasn't the first one the one we failed on? Not failed on necessarily, but like messed up on. I think it's probably quicker for us to go up this way because we don't get dismounted. And it's just a more clean way up. Alright? Pretty sure. Rather than having to worry about the water, getting dismounted a couple of times, and all that. And yeah, it's overall still quicker than what we had before, for sure. There we go. I was worried I wasn't going to see it. Cool. And there isn't anything else in this area. No, it's not like a Laura the Cardolan Prince. Even though that's not it. What am I thinking of? History of the Dunedain? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Okay. So this one's pretty easy this way, I think, because I actually can just straight up see it, which is good. And that completes that. Obviously, we wouldn't have technically completed the other one first. We would have had to come back to Tom's house, and that's where we finish. So, a little under 11 minutes. We're pretty much dead on 11 minutes. So, what we're going to do next is I'm going to get another character. And we're going to use the 78% speed steed. And then compare those two. Before we do that, however, I am going to take a quick couple minutes break. Just to stretch my legs and everything. And then we shall be back with, I actually don't know what character. Maybe Renaborn? Probably. I don't think there's any other characters that will work. Ideb, technically. I guess we could try Ideb next. Because I'm pretty sure he, for sure, hasn't even done the Tom Bombadil bit. I think. Could be wrong. We'll find out when it loads in, eventually. I'm also worried about my BRB screen not working because of the ultra wide. So that's going to be fun. So, I've done some stuff on here. Brigand Slayer, Lord of the Arcado and Prince, White Slayer. But I have yet to do any of the Old Forest, which is good. So, we're going to go and head up to the Westbury. And yeah, we're going to have the 78% speed. And just see how much of a difference that actually makes. I think it'll be quite a significant one. I think. But we'll see. We will see. But yeah, before we do that, I am, as I say, going to just quickly run off, stretch my legs, maybe grab a drink, and then we'll continue on and get going with that. And then I'm not sure how much longer we will stream after that. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll see how we feel.
What can I do for you?
Right. Get in our starting position, ready to go. And I will be back in just a moment. Let's hope that my pause screen works. I just realized that apparently I have continued playing. Wait a minute. There, that should work, and then that should work. Let's try and fix this, shall we? I'm playing an ultra wide. So I know this is like, actually, to be fair, if I'm fixing this now properly, it's actually a good idea. Let's fix this. I should just not have my ultra wide running while I'm playing, but apparently that's too easy of an idea. I don't know why I'm going up 1 pixel at a time. I could just put a large number up and it's better. There we go. Now we all know the difference. Right. Be right back. As the screen intends to say. Right. Well, I accidentally started my split, so let's fix that. But hopefully, just checking that it didn't break anything. Good, because I changed the cropping and stuff. Actually, nope, everything seems to work. perfectly. Right. I guess we'll get started with our probably final run for the night, and then we might end off after this. But yeah, let's see sort of the rough difference, assuming this goes all as planned. So 3, 2, 1. Actually, let's do the same as we did before, and have that on our 1 key, so it's just easier to press. 3, 2, 1. Right. So this should just be quicker overall. I already feel quicker, but I don't know if that's just me, like I know it's quicker overall, and I think just me knowing it makes me feel probably faster than it actually is. But we'll be able to see the splits should be sort of the indicator. So if we get to the first flower before about 2.5 minutes, we know it's better. We could probably make a prediction based on like percentages and stuff, but I'd rather let the numbers just show, potentially get a gold split. Be cool, a gold split on all of them. That'd be nice. Ideally, but we'll see. And hopefully it doesn't lag too much. Okay. So it's not this one, it's the next one. So we need to remember that, because I'm going to get confused by that one time. And it's still doable, but a lot slower if we do it that way. Alright, let's find our first flower. Should just be... There we are. So that's a good nearly minute saved. We do have to watch out for horses being a bit buggy. But yeah, I think... I mean, what's the final time? About 13 minutes. Wasn't it? I don't know if I accidentally reset off that previous split though. So I don't know how I did that or what I've done about that. But if we can save a minute. I mean, it was about 10 minutes 57 seconds, wasn't it? I think was the last final. So we can get sub 10 minutes. I think that's good. Obviously this is going to be part of a larger thing, so we will want to eventually practice all of it. But really the best way to practice all of it is just do it all in one go. So what I'll probably do tonight after the stream's finished is sort of go back through that video and then convert each sort of key bit into a split, and then from there we'll be able to sort of do timings on things. So I'll probably end up making 2, one for a solo, one for a duo. And there go from there. I think it should be interesting. Sort of brings two things that I'm interested in together. Obviously, the LOTRO point farming, obviously, and the sort of speedrunning and efficiency part of it, where we want to, you know, do things as quickly as possible and find the most efficient way of doing stuff. Because yeah, that route that is taken on the video, there's a good, I'd say probably 7 to 10 minutes of downtime. If we can get to like 13 minutes of downtime, like, or efficiency, like fixed, it's a 2-hour 43-minute video, and that will go to 2.5 hours. And I think that's a good sort of number to try and hit time-wise. Right. I'd find out if there's a better way of getting down here. Because I kind of hope there is, because I think that'll save time. If I can go, if there was a way of getting here to here, and then looping back through this way, or even that way, / this way, I think that's going to be a lot better. And then I'm also going to spend a bit of time working out if it's possible for us to get the cook in our route. The only thing holding us back in that regard would be the getting to acquaintance. But if we can find a way around, not necessarily around that, but the best way of getting acquaintance in the quickest amount of time, because that's an extra 50 LOTRO points. If we can get there quick enough, and what is that, 108 and then times 2, so 216. It's a lot, but nothing impossible. I went the wrong way, so we are going to have a slight time decrease. But I think we're good. I think definitely possible to get below 10 minutes. Oh, if this worked, that'd be good. So I also probably will end up going through, like, probably try and go through the wiki and all, like, the reputations and just go and check all the potential items there. Because, yeah, like the egg lane stuff, there might be another quest somewhere else. I'm just kind of annoyed about the Thorin's Hall stuff, really. But I wonder if it would be... So it's Jeweler, and there's some lower tier stuff at, like, Expert or something. And I just wonder how, like, the minimum amount of items, because you don't have to crit. You could probably do, like, find the minimum amount of items for a Jeweler. And if you do Tinker, you could be Jeweler Cook. And you could make those items in theory. It would be a lot of them, and it would be some extra time, but it might be possible. It might be worth it. I think it'll include ingots, which is the only issue, but the gems are pretty easy, I think. But again, it would be something I have to look into. Because if it's like a really low amount of stuff, like rep, I think it's only 30, you're going to have to make a load, and that's an issue. But I don't know. If we're like a little bit off of our reputation amount, it might be worth it. Right, we should only have 2 more. So I think sub 10 minutes is possible. But again, that does require the fastest steed. So I don't know if it's overall worth it. I'm going to go this way because I do think it's technically quicker. Especially if we don't dismount like that. Because then we... Yeah, I think that's the quicker way of doing it. Than compared to the other way. Looping around. As long as we don't dismount at that point. I think if we dismount, it kind of ruins it. And... there it is. Without getting lost. And yeah, I don't know why it didn't reset or didn't like keep the previous time. I might have accidentally reset like weirdly, but we'll see. Okay, sub 10 minutes isn't... Well, it might be doable. I think we had a few mess ups, but... Just over 10 minutes? Definitely possible. And then... If it's just over 10, I'm sure there's like better ways we can go. Actually, we might even get under 10. So as soon as we get... 9:58. Cool. So that's good. And then didn't we say we were going to have a look at something else? I can't remember. I actually don't know. I feel like I said I was going to do something and I can't remember what it was. Huh. I'm going to log into you just to possibly make me remember. Game's crashing. Buttons messing up. Good to see. I love it. It's because I logged out with the map open, I think. But yeah. I don't know. Just wait for us to log in on here and hope that we find something. Please. Thank you. Eventually. I've noticed the yeah, I've noticed that loading screens are taking really long recently. I don't know why.
What can I do for you today?
So, okay. Okay, I'm interested in seeing. Well, okay, it'd be 62. Just trying to think, is it like if we got to Kindred here and bought that steed and it was 68, would it be worth it for even the 68%? But I'm not sure. I'm guessing. Do I have egg line? I'm not even maxed with the egg line. I probably should do that. Yeah, I'm not sure what I was planning on, but I think I did say we'd probably finish off after that. So I think that is what we're gonna do. If I stopped messing up the map, that would be really nice. I need to find a better way of doing that, honestly. But yeah, I think we'll finish off for now. And then I'm going to probably finish off editing that video from yesterday, 2 days ago. Because there is a few little things I need to get done with it, but that shouldn't be a problem. And then I'm thinking either tomorrow or Wednesday that'll be out. But I'll have to see what's the best time for it. Or if I want to upload something else. And then I've got a couple more things in the pipeline. I need to find out if the new expansion is coming out on the Legendary server or if it's only coming out on the main servers. Because that'll also change out how I do that. Because hopefully I'm going to be streaming that when it comes out. I need to find out what time it is that it comes out. But that is something I want to try as well. If it's on the Legendary server, we'll probably do it on there. Because I've got a closer level character. And I also have a closer level character, and I feel like there'll be less people playing on the Legendary server, so we can get more done, even if we're getting less experience. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, for now, I think that is going to be us done for the night. So, thank you all for coming along. Follow if you haven't already to see when we're next streaming. Otherwise, I post a thing in the on YouTube or in the Discord channel for that as well. And yeah, I will see you all next stream. Bye bye.